back to this week episode of What's Next. I am joined by my boys here yet again. J Rob, how we feeling, Jay?
Good, baby.
There we go. Rube, how we feeling, Rube?
Doing good.
Rory, how we feeling? Rory's actually on time today. So Rory, how we
Yes,
feeling, man?
sir. Hold on. I was gonna put a little sun in my cup, but
Our boy Dope will be joining on soon.
Still
He's
got time for that.
attending to some other endeavors. So he'll join on when he can. But let's just jump into whatever what we got planned today, guys. As men, we've dated people before in the past, and for whatever reason, things may or may not have worked out, and some of us have longer relationships than others. But for whatever reason, stuff may or may not have worked out. So, what are some sort of deal breakers or petty reasons as to why maybe in the future or in the past that you will not date somebody for? Like,
are you saying are you asking like while we were in that relationship or before while we're getting to know somebody?
I say during the talking stage when you're getting to know somebody. Like, obviously, you wouldn't get into a relationship with somebody that you don't have common interests with. But while you're getting to know somebody on the talking stage early on, what are some things that you're definitely not like? Even petty things that may like be petty to everybody else, but to you, you're like, if this person has this, nah. Jay, want to start that off?
I want to hear this.
Yeah, I gotta hear this one.
Honestly, is it just one or is it kind of
no? Give your main reasons.
Give
like
your
what,
take,
like,
bro.
like just deal break like no doubt deal breakers for you, or like petty stuff that you're like, I don't really like that. I'm not feeling that.
So I'm gonna go with like manners.
Okay.
That's not even just like like that's even inside the house, even outside. It's like you're not going to be rude to my like family. You got to know how to, you got to know how to act.
Have some decorum.
Right.
Yeah. Right. Is anything else?
This might be too petty, but I don't care if they're a Cowboys fan. I don't.
I knew where that was going. I knew that was going.
I just can't do it. And
so
my take is on that is like, as the woman, gearing up for a relationship with someone who is into sports, especially football, where I feel like you can't just like another team. Like, that team is yours forever. So I feel like they should adapt to that team, regardless of where they came from, wherever the case may be. That's just my thing. I feel like they should adapt to that person's team.
Okay.
So if you're a girl, a Dallas fan or a Pittsburgh fan or whatever, like, and you're a diehard Eagles fan, obviously, like, she would have to adjust to be an Eagles fan.
I mean, she might as well.
It ain't that she might as well. Like, she gotta. She's your girl, right?
I'm not saying
you can't bring her over here. You can't take her to the tailgate. What's called jersey?
Yeah, but nowadays they don't care. They'll just wear Eagles gear and they'll be like, oh, I'm a Pittsburgh fan though.
That's crazy. Yeah. Is it just Cowboys fans or like anybody within the division you can't date?
No, just Cowboys. I actually hate
just Cowboys. Yeah, so like, if you're in Dallas, so if you meet a girl out there, right, and she would happen to be a Cowboys fan, like that, like that's a deal breaker. Like 100%.
That's a real Cowboys fan.
I'm telling you, like, so let's set the scenario.
It depends. Like,
this is like your perfect 10. And if she's a Cowboys, so that's what I mean. That's what I mean. Like, this is your perfect 10.
This like
you can't have some type, like, you can't have like half of you are nice and the other half has flaws and you're a Dallas fan. No.
Okay, I see. So, but if she's your perfect 10, you're like, man, forget this. I'm not.
If the options are weighing here and she's a Cowboys fan, okay. If the options are weighing here, and she's a Dallas fan.
So if it's like if it's like 50-50, like, yo, do I want to date this person or not? And then like she tells you she's a Cowboys fan, that'll put you over the edge.
Oh yeah.
Okay, sure. All right. I see. Ruben, how about you, man? How about you? What are your reasons?
I mean, like, mine's a little more like deep in a sense. It's kind of like messed up in my opinion, but it's not, right? Nah,
petty
you
though.
guys are gonna have to agree with me on this one though, because like we're at that point, right? So like we're all like 24, 25, 26 here. So like
Yeah.
any girl that I were to talk to now I do have a girl. I have to mention that. Come on now.
Right.
Like my girl absolutely has a career and a future going for her. And if I'm sorry, like that to me is everything. Like you have to like be independent in your own way. Like you have to have a career. You have to like, I'm not saying you have to go to school, but you have to like have something going for you. Cause like I don't want anyone to just rely on me because it just would never work that way.
Right.
So like in general, I mean like you have a stable job or you're at least going to school for something like good, right? Like
If you have a plan, then that's a plus for
and
you.
that's
Like,
agree because like I always like imagine that 5, 6, 7 years from now, say like things get real now, like living together, whatever, like dude, like this is like the real thing, like
right.
full income, like where are we gonna live, like how big of a house, like this is like real now, like I want to like expand and I want to like live that actual like really good life in a sense. That's just
I think
that's
yeah,
my own
I think
personal take. Now, like,
right.
to some people, it doesn't matter. Like, oh, like my wife can do this and make X amount. I'm not saying she has to like make bread. She doesn't have to make money, but she has to have a career. She has to have something.
Oh shit! My fault. The game was my fault.
So yeah, that's pretty much like the premise of it.
I think that's pretty much a deal breaker for a lot of people. That's like a big
But that's
thing.
main. That's like the main thing. Like if you just like to me, like if you just don't do anything, like I'm just not interested. Like you can be an absolute like 100 out of 10. Like it just doesn't matter.
Okay.
Like
What are like some petty things though? Like something that you think is like
I just jump right ahead. But like like just being childish, like mainly, right? Like I just don't have time to deal with like just stupid childish drama and like individual problems that like are easy to be solved. Like I don't need someone that constantly complains in a sense. Like that's like big on me. Like
okay.
I'm super simple. Like, like we all got problems. We all deal with stuff. But like if you make everything a big deal, like again, that's just not gonna work.
Right.
But, like not everyone's like that. So like, that's why to me, like
no, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I feel you. What about you, Roy?
Like what's the deal breakers and stuff?
Yeah, like what are your like definitely like no, I can't date somebody if they have this sort of quality about them, or like even like petty stuff that
I can't date somebody that's like they can't understand both sides. Like you feel me? They just think their way is just the right way. Like that's just so
annoying.
That gets me so tight. No, it's like bro, you have to understand both sides of the story, bro. You can't just think your side of the story is right. That shit is annoying as hell to me. Like especially if your partner's trying to explain something to you and you're just being so like petty and just
naive. Yeah.
Bro, no, like just go right through your ear and right out the other. Like, bro, you have to listen to your partner, bro. And another thing is, bro, you can't be a bum. Like, you gotta have some type of goals. Like, you gotta have that same hunger, like a career. Like, at the end of the day, I feel like if you come back to your household, you should have something new to talk about, like some new goals, like what you want to do. Like, it should be something like something new, something y'all want to do, like something your partner wants to do, something they want to explore, all that shit. Like I think Tiana Taylor and Amon Shepard explained it well. They was like, what's the point of being in a relationship if y'all not bettering each other?
Yeah.
Like you shouldn't bring your own baggage into another relationship.
From your
Like
past.
you should have your shit together. I feel like not even that. I just feel like you should have your shit together to begin with. Like your partner should have to stress about your shit too. Like they should help you, but at the same time, it can't be a burden on both of y'all because at the end of the day, it's just going to affect your relationship.
Right, I feel you. That makes sense, and mines are kind of similar. Pretty much everything you guys stated is a deal breaker. For the most part. Like my biggest thing is also manners. Like if I manners with my family, manners outside of the house. Like if I go out with you on a date and you're just rude to customer service people, I will not speak to you again. Like I honestly, and I've done it before. I don't know if this is a bad thing. A while ago, When I had my car, for those that know, when I had my car, I had a
Had the
1996
motorcycle.
Toyota Corolla. You
Had the
know,
motorcycle.
it wasn't a motorcycle. I had a
It sounded like
1996
one.
Toyota Corolla, and this was about a year ago. So I asked this girl out, never seen her before. I asked her out on a date. I got to pick her up in the car, and I'm not embarrassed. I mean, you're gonna know me from the get.
My pop called that though the Green Hornet.
The Green Hornet. That was the nickname, and I ran with it. So I I went to obviously that day.
Waking the neighbors up.
Yeah. It would make a loud noise when it started. So 5 a.m. in the morning on the way to work wasn't ideal, but when I went to go pick her up, the car was already started. I didn't need to start it.
It sounded like a Hellcat.
So I took the day to clean the car. I washed the car, vacuumed it inside. I made it nice and favorable. And
that's how you know you got a good date going for you when you clean the car.
You know what I mean? You amped up, right? So I even bought a Bluetooth thing so I could play some music. Like I even bought a little Bluetooth thing so I could play some music. I was amped. So I go
for the car ride.
I ain't gonna lie, my first car had no fucking radio. I did the same thing. I ain't gonna hold you.
I gotta do what you gotta do, right? It's a 96, so whatever. Go pick her up. And me being a gentleman, I go get out to open the door. Before she even says hi to me, let alone give me a hug or anything, she's like, "Oh, this is your car?" As I'm holding the door, like I'm holding some random person's car door, right? And it's in the middle of the street. Obviously, it's my car. So me being sarcastic, I'm like, "No, like obviously it's my car." Right? So I'm trying to play it off. She just walks in the car, doesn't like give me a hug or anything like that. She just walks in. So immediately I'm like, But this is the first time I'm meeting this person in person, by the way. I get inside, again addresses the car. She was like, "Oh, so this is like what you use on a daily basis, or like do you have another car?" So I'm being passive aggressive. I'm like, is that an issue? Like I was like, get me from point A to point B, man. That's all I need, right? So she's like, okay, well, hi, nice to meet you. Right. So, talking, and I try to let it slide or whatever.
Yo.
Get to the restaurant. I had a reservation, get to the hostess, and I'm, that was like reservation for I told her reservation. She goes,
"Where'd y'all go?"
Huh?
Where'd y'all go?
We went to a nicer place in Philadelphia.
Where'd I go?
It was I honestly don't remember the name of the restaurant. It was about a year ago, and it was like a nice Italian spot. I don't remember the name of it though. And we get there, and I said reservation, and she goes, "Don't worry, we're cleaning your table off. It'll be ready in 2 minutes." So I go back and tell the girl this, and she's like, "What do you mean 2 minutes?" And I was like, "They're cleaning the table. It was packed. It was Friday night. It's packed." And she goes, "They're supposed to honor that reservation." I was like, "They are honoring it in 2 minutes when the table's ready." so now I'm like, what's up with this? I'm like, what's up with this girl? So whatever, we get to the table, the waitress comes, older, nicer lady. She's, and looks like she's in her 50s. Looks like she had a rough day though. I will, she looks like she was just running around. And she goes, "Yeah, what can I get you guys?" And she just cuts her off. She's like, "I'll take a water with a lemon, please. Thank you." And I'm looking at her, and I'm like, now I'm embarrassed, bro. Now I'm like, I'll take the same thing. And when she comes back, doesn't even like let the waitress speak. She was like, "I'm gonna have this," and she orders off the menu. And then she goes, "Yeah, I'm just gonna eat this because I'm on a diet, and anyway, he's paying anyway." Straight like that. This is the first time I'm meeting this person, and I'm like, and now I'm getting embarrassed, bro. And the waitress looks at me, like makes eye contact with me, and she starts shaking her head because she knows like this is like not going well, right? So,
bro, I'm walking out of there,
bro. But listen. So we get our food. Long story short, we get our food. The food was shocker. The food wasn't up to her liking. The food was amazing, by the way, because I tasted some of it and it was great. So the food was great, and she ordered a side, and it just came with broccoli instead of her side. And she made a scene to it. She was like, "You're lucky I don't get up and make a scene about this. Like, this is unacceptable." And I'm like, it's 4 pieces of broccoli. Just say it, you don't want the broccoli. That's it. And now I'm talking to her. I'm like, "Yo, what's up?" I'm like, "What's up with you? You've been rude all night, man." This was like when Carlton and Fresh Prince, when he ended up telling the he was gonna take her back home, but she was rude, and I was like, "Yo, you've been rude all night. Like, I'm not appreciating this." And I'm like, you're just like, obviously, yeah, I'm gonna pay for you, but like, you just saying that in front of her, like, this has just been rude all night. And she was like, "What? You can't handle that?" So this is what I did. Acted like I was going to the bathroom, pulled the waitress to the side, gave her the money from my plate, walked right out, and left.
Like that.
I'm like, this is what I had. I'm paying for this.
Yeah, no, yeah. And the way I was like, and I apologized to the waitress. I was like, "Look, I'm sorry. This is the first time I'm meeting this girl. Don't don't worry about that." I gave her a nice tip, whatever. I was like, "She's paying for her own food though," and I right out the back and I left. And I never spoke to this girl again. And I was like, I'm never do this again. I can't do that. So like, that's like a big, that's like a big thing for me, bro. Manners. And I before I would say the same thing about the Cowboys thing, but I'm like, if you're a sports fan and you grew up liking that team, I'm gonna argue with you, but I'm not gonna like not date you because you're a fan of a particular team. But one thing is about sports, like if you can't find it in yourself to at least like come to a sporting event with me because you think it's boring, like I don't appreciate that. Like, cause like I'll make time to do stuff you want to do. Like if I want to go to a game, if I want to go to a Phillies game, but you're not into baseball, I would appreciate if you still came, right? Like, you know what I mean? Just
Right.
like enjoy a game on a Tuesday night. You know what I mean? Like just to enjoy time there. But that's for me. Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm good, man. How y'all?
Hey man, we straight, man.
Sure, man.
What are your you all right, man? You good, brother?
Long story.
I feel you, man. What are your like? What's some of your like deal breakers and stuff? Deal breakers and like petty reasons you wouldn't date somebody.
I think just when you start talking to somebody and you get the vibe, like I think insecurities play a big role for me. So like if I can tell that you're real insecure about yourself and you don't feel comfortable in your own skin, like you feel like you need me around you at all times, like for instance, my old girl, she always felt the need to like make a big deal when I want to go out with the guys or when I want to do something that does not involve her. But at the same time with me, if she's in that same mindset, if she want to do something with her girls, I'm like, go ahead, have fun, have a great night. But if I want to do the same thing, it's a argument. The second I even feel that's gonna happen now, it's over. I can cross you off my list because I've dealt with all that already. I have no interest in arguing about who I go out with at all. So that like from my last relationship, I could say like that one was really the one that stuck with me because then she started trying to just do all random other bullshit to try to get me mad, and I would just shrug it all off because I'm like, I don't give a fuck about what you're doing right now. That shit don't matter to me. I'm trying to do shit for me, and you out here trying to make me look bad. I don't got time for that. So I don't really like people who I can tell they're real insecure and they don't feel like they don't feel comfortable in their own skin. They always gotta hide behind somebody else instead of standing up for their own self.
Makes sense. What about some petty stuff, like something that's like minor things that you just wouldn't date somebody for, like just like a little, like you see something in somebody like right away and you're like, I don't know about this. Just like, but it might be petty to anybody else. You got anything like that?
I don't know, cause I don't really want to date anybody.
Nah, right.
I don't really come across many people that I'm like I want to date them. So
Right.
I feel like it takes a lot for me to get to that point, and especially after my past relationship, now I'm like, yo, I don't got time for this shit right now. Like,
Right.
you can start talking to somebody, it starts off real good, then they start switching up completely how they acting and shit. Everything turns 360 degrees, and you're like, yo, you was not doing this shit 3 months ago. Like, you were a completely different person 3 months ago.
We
I don't
talking
got
about
time
like
for
3 months before, when you start talking to somebody, like something like maybe like she has her toes look crazy or
Yeah, like stuff like that.
one ear bigger than the other, or her teeth are messed up, something like that. Like
Or
something
she
like
got
that.
lazy eye or something. Like something like
Bro, I don't know. I don't really think like that. So I mean, you know what I mean? I don't really normally like think like that. I mean, if we could talk about other shit, maybe, but like when it comes to like dating, I don't really see, you know what I mean?
Ain't talking about dating.
That's what we talking about, right? I thought that's what we talking about.
It's just like,
You said, Caleb, didn't you just say a petty reason why you wouldn't date somebody?
yeah, like why you wouldn't continue to get to know somebody? Yeah,
yeah,
it's dating.
We ain't talking about boyfriend and girlfriend right now.
No, but that's dating. Like getting to know somebody, dating.
Same shit,
right? I thought that's what I was. I don't know, that was my.
I mean, I thought that we was all on the same page with that. Just dating.
Yeah, no, but yeah, that's what I mean. Like anything petty like that, like you wouldn't like continue to get to know somebody. Ruben, why you
Everyone's on the same page except for Jalen. And I just think that's
no,
so
I'm not. I'm on the same page. I'm saying like he's talking like 3 months down the line. Like we're just talking about maybe that first couple weeks, when you're talking to someone and you get to that petty stage where it's like you see something and you're like, I don't know. I'm not talking about like,
the childish talk that we had and Caleb with manners, like that's a petty reason, I guess, right? So,
right.
All right.
Yeah, like first couple dates you out with this person and you're just like you see something, you're like, whoa, I don't know about this one. That's just like what it
I
is.
actually have an important one. And this is a girl taller than me. I cannot.
That I don't believe you, Ruben.
I cannot. What do you mean?
Because I don't believe you because if she was a 10, you dealing with that.
No.
Rude.
Nah, man. Like,
all right, I guess if we're talking about petty reasons,
man, like I have to be taller. Like my girl 5'3", like thank God she can be in heels. We tried it out, bro. Like it's all good.
We tried it out.
But but nah, like
you dating a smaller girl. Your
bro,
shirt makes you look shorter.
I've always dated girls that are like just shorter than me.
Well, I prefer that as well. But I'm being a hypothetical of like because I wouldn't say
I like purposely
never.
do not. I purposely do not talk to girls who are taller than me. Like,
okay.
What if y'all are the same height?
Yeah.
I always think about like, what if she wears heels? I swear,
like
I'm so serious. Like
the off chance,
I'm like absolutely like average height. Like it is what it is. Like
right.
I mean, my dad is taller than his wife, but when she wears heels, like she has like maybe like an inch or two over him.
Your dad's also
as you can
6
see,
feet,
like
though.
so, like I'm 5'8", so if my girl 5'5", like if she wears heels, like all right, if she's an inch taller, then like it's not that deep. But like
right.
For example, like my girl is 5'3", like if she wears heels, like I'm still taller than her.
Right.
Like that's like actually important to me.
Okay,
that can actually be childish. Like I don't know, but like
I don't necessarily think so because most women want a guy that's taller. 99% of women want a guy that's taller than them.
But I mean, I don't think the manners thing is childish either. I think everyone on both sides wants someone who's respectful.
Now, what mine was petty, but the manners that was more of that's a deal breaker.
Yeah, that's a deal. Yeah. That's a deal breaker.
My petty reason isn't really my deal breaker. I'll still deal with it. But it's not.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I think for me, like, obviously, I prefer shorter women. Me, breaking news: I'm not the tallest guy in the group, so breaking news. I'm actually the shortest one among all of us.
I guess if I had to give a reason, I guess I'll say if the girl don't like the same music as me, or like gives like the music at all. Like, if
is she like click, you mean like not open-minded?
Like in a music sense, then I'm not fucking. That I wouldn't really fuck with it.
What if she's like never heard your type of music, but like she's open minded to trying to listen to?
There's no way. Never heard.
No, I'm saying though, say she just hasn't been put onto the. I mean, but you listen to a lot of like mainstream stuff. But either way, I'm saying though, what if you just come across somebody that's like don't really listen to that type of stuff, but like then she starts listening to around you? Like, are you okay with that?
Well, that's how it had to be. Like okay. I forgot what someone said, but basically you gotta like try to like ingratiate yourself with what the other person does. Like if you're not willing to do that,
would you do the same with her? Like would you guys do the same with her?
Like if she listened to a lot of country, would you get into it?
Yeah, would you?
Would you try it out at least?
I mean, I'll listen to if she sends me a couple songs, I'll listen to them and tell her what she thinks.
Yeah,
All
but
right.
like, say she's like on the aux and she's just like playing Mad Country. Are you gonna be upset with that?
I'm not listening to none of that. I'm not.
But if you were on the aux and she don't want to listen to your stuff, like, would you like be like, are you gonna listen to it anyway?
I mean, if she's driving, I have no choice. I have to listen to this shit.
Okay,
So
all right.
I mean, she's not
But
gonna. I'm not gonna be driving. She's gonna take my phone and play what she want to play. Nah.
okay, okay. So like, whoever's driving is supposed to be.
Yeah,
treated
you got the
music.
aux. It's your car.
Okay, all right.
You have music privileges. If you want to
Yo,
play some
I've
bullshit,
seen
play some bullshit.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've seen that though, like with Ruben saying, and what you said that girls prefer, taller guys.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that's fair for a woman to say, I need my guy to be 6 foot and above? Because what I seen was that like we don't just like go up to a girl, they might have a pretty face or their backside might be, as big as we wanted, but we don't do that though. We don't say, "Oh, your ass isn't fat enough." I can't. I'm not going to talk to you.
Right.
Or your boobs aren't big enough. I'm not going to talk to you.
I think it's fair if both parties are like say they'd be like, oh, I need my guy to be 6 foot. I'm like, okay, well, I have my standards too as a man, so like you shouldn't be upset with that. You know what I mean? Like I feel like every person should have their standards of what they look for in a partner. And I'm talking about like physical traits. Obviously, like when it comes to like your personality, that's a separate deal. But like let's be real here. The main thing that attracts anyone to anybody else is how they look physically. It's just like that's how, especially when you meet somebody in person. Like I don't think you're gonna talk to somebody who you don't find attractive, whether or not they look attractive to anybody else. But like, if you find her attractive, obviously you're gonna talk to her. You ain't gonna talk to somebody that you think is ugly. Like, let's just be real, And when a woman or even a man says that, oh no, like they have to be this, they have to be that. Mind you, let's be realistic with this. A lot of times women, we're men, so like we're speaking as men, women will put the most ridiculous standards on men. Like, bro, you're talking about 1% of a man. Like, let's just be real here. Like, you know what I'm saying? So a girl will be like, nah, like if he ain't 6 foot and up, I'm like, okay, now you're just cutting down your options from this to this because the average height is not 6 foot. So like now you're just cutting down, and they'd be like, no, I have to make this amount of money or this and this and that. Okay, cool.
They be having, bro, and the men that they be talked to don't correlate.
Yeah, that's what I'm like, bro. You're talking to a 5'8",
but you be getting this.
Yeah, come on, man. Like if you have your standards, fine, but adhere to your standards. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fine with people having standards of what they look for physically in a partner. Fine,
bro. And it'd be mostly the mid girls. Like they be like 6's, 5's, be having a high fucking standard, and I'll just be looking at them like, your ass. Like, what the fuck? Like, you want high standards from a man, but you're not bringing nothing to the table. Like, look at your face. Like, that's how I be coming, bro. Like,
hey,
bro, I saw a video on YouTube. This one guy was trying to kick up with his girlfriend. And then the one friend was just cock blocking. She was saying all this stuff when she wanted a man, and she was just ass. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, she really sucked.
I see what you're saying. Me personally, I have obviously a lot of other things, and us as men, we have a lot of other things to offer rather than just one physical trait. Like, if a girl comes up to talk to you because you're tall, I think her standards are very, very, very low. Because if that's the main thing she wants to talk to you for because your height, I don't think she has much going for her. But
bro, I have a female friend that said that. She said, "Yeah, I just want him because he's tall." I said, "What the fuck?"
I don't understand that. And then when you get upset when he treats you like garbage because you never got to know, you never cared about whatever else he has to offer, you can't be upset at that. And men
had a
either.
ski mask on, and she said, "I just want him because he's tall." You don't even know what he look like. I was like, all right.
That's insanity, dude. Like even as a man, like
Yo,
you can't be.
It was that. It was the day we went to the Eagles game. The Eagles. We was at Xfinity Live, and he threw up. It was that day.
Oh, okay. It was that day. Okay.
Yeah, everybody was off the Yonker that day.
Oh, that was the NFC chip game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and had some memories about that one, didn't
Cause I'm gonna start
Hey
kicked up.
man, don't start
He
drinking
said, "Nah,
at
bro, I'm
10
good."
a.m.
Nah, I feel you. I mean, like, but and even as a guy, like women can be upset if they like chose a guy just because like, oh, he's tall. Like, what do you really care about? You know what I mean?
I
Like,
mean, that's cool though, because I mean, if you don't know the person at first, like you say, oh yeah, I like him because he's tall, then you go and talk to him. Then if he don't fit,
sure,
then it has to be a full scale picture because you can't just want
I
the dude because he's tall.
I
You
agree.
go up to him, you can initiate the convo because you think he's tall,
Of
but
course,
then from there, if he's not on shit, then you should at least
agreed.
have the mindset that this nigga ain't on shit. I'm out of here.
Agreed. I agree because, but that's what I'm saying. Like, if you, like I said, the first thing that attracts you to somebody is whatever physical trait that you're attracted to. Like, if you think she's pretty, you're gonna go talk to her, and that's how you initiate conversation. But if she doesn't meet any other quality that you're looking for, that's when you're like, nah, I ain't feeling this.
So no,
Well,
no. I was just gonna ask, what are your like top 5 qualities that fit the criteria of a solid woman?
fit of a solid woman. So not just physical traits.
No, not just physical.
Okay, all right. So when it comes to that, I obviously I have to think she's beautiful. Like I'm not a real fan. Not that fan. I'm not a real like preference on like, oh, she has to have this type of body. Like she has to have like a fat. Like you know what I mean. Like I'm not like that's a deal breaker if she doesn't. You know what I'm saying? That's not so like but she physically for her face she has to be beautiful. That's one. Um, at least I have to think so. You know what I mean? If you guys don't think so, then that's
I'd rather have a pretty face than
I agree. I'm the same way. Two, the manners is one like she has to be a nice person. That's like a very nice person. Like to everyone around them. And I'm not talking about like overly friendly either, that you're like you would entertain any guy coming to talk to you. That's not what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because the difference between being nice and being like just overly friendly, you know what I mean? And like letting guys get a one up on you and like, because if you're pretty, obviously more guys are gonna try to come talk to you than me. And I'm not that type of guy that's gonna be like, yo, why did he come talk to you? I can't control what another guy does, right? But and I can't control what you do. But I would expect if we're together that you have some sort of respect. You know what I mean? And be like, nah, I have a man. That's it. I'm cool with that. But if you're just like entertaining like and like just allowing him to continue to just like buy you drinks and this and that, whatever, I'm like, okay, dude, like, you know what I mean? Like what's up with that? I'll be upset with that. But being a nice person is two. A family oriented girl is something I really like too. So that's three. In no particular order either. She has to be family oriented. Like if you don't get along with nobody in your family, I'm gonna assume that you're the problem. Like, like you don't like anybody in your and obviously people have childhood stuff that they deal with and this and that, whatever. But if you tell me, oh no, I don't get along with my mom, I don't get along with my dad, I don't get along with none of my siblings, none of my uncles, and like nobody, like no, you don't like anyone in your family, like how dysfunctional is it? You know what I mean? Like I can understand if you have a falling out with one of your parents or whatever the case is, but just not being apart from your entire family, I don't feel comfortable in getting into a
how do I
relationship.
expect you to get along with my family?
Yeah, exactly. How do I? Because you don't know how to get along with your own family. Like, I wouldn't expect you to know what a loving family looks like. You know what I mean? And I don't want you to bring that on me. And when you come around my family, you know what I mean, and start just judging
Right,
people.
Juju.
You know what I mean? Like I wouldn't want that. So family oriented people, and mind you, I'm not saying for people that hasn't had childhood trauma. Obviously, that's a separate thing in itself. But if you just don't like your family because you just don't like them, then that's on you. Um, that's another one. Uh, I say a pretty open minded girl when it comes to a lot of like when it comes to like a broad spectrum of things as far as like what Ant mentioned about music and sports and this and that, whatever. Like if you are closed minded and you only want to do things that you want to do and like you don't want to even like attempt other things, then I'm gonna be like, so now I have to just conform myself to doing everything you want to do, but you don't want to do anything I want to do. Like that's something I don't really like either. Um, being open minded is one thing, and another thing is being understanding. What Rory said. If I'm not a guy that likes to really argue. I'm sarcastic, but when it comes to being like in a serious conversation, I'm not gonna. I don't raise my voice or I don't yell. You know what I mean? Like
I
Bro,
can't. I can't
I
yell.
like
I
that.
can't yell. Once
I
I
like
yell,
that
I'm gonna lose my voice.
because, bro, like I don't like at my significant other. I don't curse at him.
me
I don't
either.
curse And then when they do that to me, bro, like it flips a switch. Like it just it tips me off. I'm like, you can talk to me without calling me out my name or cussing. Because I'm gonna have a conversation with you. Like, don't talk to me like that.
Like, we're gonna talk as adults, bro. You ain't gonna sit here. Like, if we disagree on something, which in relationships you will disagree. Like, you're not gonna agree on everything. You're gonna have disagreements on stuff, and there's also certain times where you can address things. Like, if we're in public, bro, I'm not arguing with you in public about anything. No. Like, this is not happening. Like, we're gonna wait till it's just us, and we're gonna talk about it. You know,
like,
and
I'm big on if y'all in a heated conversation, just drop it and then come back to it later when y'all heads are clear. Because y'all gonna end up saying something that you don't want to fucking say, and then shit is gonna hit the fan, and then shit gonna go on for a week. Swear to God.
I also don't. Another thing is, I don't argue over text. I don't because text things can get misunderstood because you don't hear the person's tone and how they're saying.
Take it out of context.
Yeah, you can take it out of context. So like, if we're not together, if I'm in another state or whatever, I will FaceTime you and we will talk about it over FaceTime. That you can hear how I'm saying things, or I'm just gonna come see you. You know what I mean? That's just what it is. Like, we're gonna see each other in person and talk about it. So that's.
I mean, bro, honestly, like.
Yeah, communication. That's like with that kind of understanding part too. So that's a big thing with me.
What's your father, bro?
No, I'm saying like what y'all saying, like FaceTime or text, but like, what about if you're in a long distance relationship? Shit, like how you gonna do that? Like you can FaceTime all you want, and y'all still arguing about it, bro. Shit not gonna work, bro. Trust me, I've been there, done that.
Sure. I'm talking about like whether or not we're gonna come to an agreement is what I'm saying. Like, that's one thing, but I'm talking about I want you to at least hear how I'm gonna say it. Like, at least hear me say it. You can hear my tone and know that I'm not like yelling at you. You know what I'm saying? Because over text, you don't know how someone's saying it. That's what I mean. Like, whether or not you come to an agreement, that's a whole separate thing. You know, if you guys are gonna keep arguing about it, then that's just what it is. You know, like that's just. You know.
I hate this guy.
What other four things were?
With other things, bro, honestly, what comes down to it for a female to me, honestly, is like, can you hold a conversation with my mom or like just someone in my family, bro? Cause like, say if I step out the house and you just sitting there and you quiet and I come back,
that's strange. That's strange.
I'm like, damn, you ain't buying with the fam. What's going on?
That's strange.
That's another thing. How you say like you gotta be very family oriented. You feel me? Like I know my dad, he gonna talk your ear off. So you just got a conversation with this nigga.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, no, I agree with that. Like, I'm not gonna like leave for a second and you just like sit there like on your phone the whole time I'm gone. Like, you know what I mean? Like, engage with my family, and as I would if it was vice versa. If I'm with your family, you know what I mean? Like, we're all five of us are pretty social people, so like I don't think we'll ever have a problem in that aspect. You know, like, but as far as like being with somebody, yeah, I agree. Like, I wouldn't want to come back and my mom be like, she didn't even speak to me. Like, I'd be like, well, that's just strange. That's just, you know what I mean? Anything else, Roy? Nah.
Listen, man, I'm single. Relationship shit, I ain't on it right now. You could ask Ruben though all the questions. He's a tough one.
Go ahead, Ruben.
Nah, man.
Go ahead, Ru. Hold us down, bro. Preach to it.
Nah. It's super cliche, but like at the end of the day, like it's always about like the personality. So like we all said about like beauty and like, you know, family oriented, vibing with the family. But like at the end of the day, like the vibe always has to be there no matter what. Like this girl always has to match my energy. Like no matter what. And like, you know, always open and try new things. Like able to like move around if the relationship is getting rocky or if it's too fast, like able to address and communicate. Like, you know, that's all key. So, you know,
I agree.
That's its own conversation. Like, you know, like communication is everything at the end of the day.
100%, bro. If you can't communicate, like this is just not going to work out. Like,
never will.
You can't work out with somebody that's not like. Again, like another thing too is matches your energy, bro. Because like, obviously there are going to be bad days, right? Like you're going to have bad days. You individually as a person, like you're going to be tired. You're going to be whatever. But bro, if you can kind of like compliment the other side of that and like make my day better, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? Like I love that.
I also think like in a relationship, you gotta understand, where another person comes from and like how you can address the situation. If someone's like going through a terrible day, terrible time, if anything like drastic can happen, like you gotta like give them their space, and you gotta tell them like, I'm
100%.
here for you still. Like, like if you want to talk about it, we can do it, but I ain't gonna push anything onto you. Like, like people like fail to understand that. They're like, oh my God, like tell me what's going on, like fill me in now, like let me help you. Like I don't want help. Like, like just fucking like listen if you want. If I want to talk to you about it, and if I don't, then you're not gonna know. Like, but like that's like I said, like that's its own conversation. Like people just don't really get each other in relationships still. Like they lack that sort of like bond. So that's where a lot of things fail, because like they just can't like understand each other still, but they've been together for so many years.
How about you, Ant?
I think like y'all pretty much covered everything. If I had to add anything, I would say that I prefer someone who like cares about their fitness and health.
Okay, that's a good one. That is a good one. That is honestly like
because
that's a good one.
like I'll be talking to people and I can almost tell that they don't care about it, but then they see how much I care about it, and then they'll try to like just act like they care too.
Yeah.
To try to like keep it going. But I'm like, I already know you don't be on no, you're not on no gym grind. You're not watching what you eat. You just out here doing whatever, partying, drinking, having a great time, which is fine. Like, by all means, if you want to party, have a good time, do that. But take care of yourself as well. If you're not taking care of yourself,
your body's a temple, bro.
Yeah, there needs to be a balance.
Needs to be a balance for sure.
Yeah.
100%.
I know a bunch of people that go out,
because like all of us practically go to the gym, some more than others, but like at the end of the day, like we all like do watch our diet and like.
I mean, I don't watch my diet, but I go to the gym. I go to the gym like 6 times a day, 6 times a week.
I don't watch my diet.
But if you go to the gym 6 times a day, like you can eat whatever you want. Realistically, like you can, because you're maintaining yourself.
No, you really can't.
You
know what I mean. So I'm not saying you're gonna go out and eat a cheesesteak and pizza every day, but like you're not gonna be like, oh my God, like I didn't eat chicken and rice today. Like,
okay, I see.
Oh yeah.
Like you can get away with more
enough protein. Like, nah,
you
like
can definitely get away with more.
That's what you're saying. You can get away with more. Like you can just get away with more. Yeah.
But if you're going to the gym, maybe like twice a week, like maybe like all right, sure, like just drink water maybe, or like watch what you eat in a sense. Or if you don't go to the gym at all, like as long as you maintain like a good diet, like
you don't have to go to the gym, but have great nutrition and you still,
like I was saying, just care about fitness and health. Like you don't gotta go to the gym and lift all these weights and all this shit.
You don't gotta be a gym rat.
If I could just tell you, you take care of yourself and you value.
Like if you eat great and do yoga, I'm good with
that.
Yeah, cool with that.
Yoga's a workout in my eyes.
It is.
That shit hard as hell.
And it's meditation. It's deep meditation for sure.
Yeah, as long as you care about yourself and like you want to better yourself in any way, especially physically. I'm perfectly fine. I'm cool with that. I'm not saying you have to be a gym rat and go to the gym, 6 times a week or 7 times a week, and I don't. That's not a deal breaker for me. Like if you do that, cool, great, we can work out together. But at the same time, like. I just want you to care about yourself and not just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna eat this. I'm gonna be lazy every single day, and it's like, geez, dude, like, do you even care about anything?
Bro, you ain't gotta go to the gym, bro. You can just go on a fucking walk.
Yeah, just develop some type of routine that complements your fitness and health. Because like, there's a lot of people out here that don't do anything, and then they'll complain on why they feel certain ways and all that shit. And I'm just like, yo, do you do this? Do you do that? Do you do this? And they're like, oh no, I don't do any of that. And I'm like. What the hell are you complaining about? Like,
bro,
get up off your ass and do something.
My grandma, she almost touching 90, bro. She still be going on walks, still be lifting stuff, still be doing gardening. She live in Florida though, so that's something different.
Shout out to Rory Brown. Shout out to Grandma Wood.
Shout out to Grandma Wood, man.
Shout out to Grandma Wood.
It's not Wood, it's Trotter, but y'all guys cool.
Yeah, no, I feel you. But like, yeah, that's a big one for me. And you touched on that. That was I like it slipped my mind, but it is a big thing for me as well.
Yeah, I don't want no fat joint, to be honest with you. I'm just gonna be honest. I'm really gonna be honest with you.
Hey,
I'm
that's,
already skinny.
that's gonna be in my wedding vows, man.
What, that you don't want a fat girl?
Yeah, if you get too fat, you got a year to recover.
Nah, no cap, bro. I'm skinny as hell. I get a fat girl. She gonna eat me
And then-
alive, nigga.
And then I'm talking about after pregnancy and all that. I give you a year to get half to what you were before.
Hell no, she gets 6 months.
Jeez, Rory.
You got
Hey.
put that pressure on her, bro.
With
You give her a
with
year.
fitness and health, all
You give her a
that
year.
shit,
She ain't gonna
that's
train
all
until like
discipline.
3 months left.
That's all
I know-
discipline.
Jeez.
You could tell who has discipline, who don't got discipline, just off of how they take
Nah,
care of themselves.
I'm putting her ass in boot camp, cause she ain't getting a year. She taking a
Now,
baby.
it
with her.
also, for me,
Yeah.
bro, it depends. Like on a situation like that, like if you're pregnant or whatever, it depends how the pregnancy went, bro. Like if it was a rough time on you, like I'll I'll give you some time, man. Like
Dealing with
you
me,
know,
she probably gonna have a rough pregnancy. I don't know. I'm probably gonna stress her out.
what do you mean by that, brother?
I'm just saying, like she probably gonna get mad at me. And then
You
feel
finna
me?
stress.
Well, you gonna stress your girl out while she's
Having your
pregnant?
She
child
going,
out?
bro. You know I'm goofy, bro. She
No,
probably
no, no,
gonna be
no.
over my
Goofy
shit.
is different from stressing someone out.
That's what I'm saying. Like I'm just gonna push her buttons. Like
You're gonna do
Why?
that purposefully?
To a pregnant woman.
Are you out of your? Do you
Listen,
want to
bro.
die?
Listen, she signed up for this, bro.
She,
I'm a fuck.
what?
I'm a
She
victim.
signed up to be with you, yeah, not for you to purposely make her mad while she's pregnant,
Having your child.
having your kid.
Listen. When the time comes, we gonna see how it goes.
All right, man. Well, there goes that. We know how Rory's relationship with a pregnant woman's gonna be, but
Well, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna
I'm
be
gonna
nice.
pray for her, man.
Don't
as,
pray,
as
bro.
am I.
Don't pray, bro. She gonna be all right.
Whatever, brother.
The way
Yeah.
it's
So
looking
like
now, though, I don't
Famous
think that
last
is.
words, man.
touching on what Ant said earlier too. Like when it comes to that, like when you notice a girl is like very very jealous in a way, but like doesn't expect you to be the same way. Like if we were to go out to go watch a game somewhere and she gets pissed off about that, but then says something if you get pissed about her going somewhere with her friends, like that's an immediate like no, right? Like on all of us, that's like I'm not dealing with this, right?
I
Well,
mean,
like
that's
say
what I
you
told
go
you. That's what I
say you
told
go out
Yeah,
with
you.
your
no,
boys.
I know you, but I'm
Say,
talking about everybody
say you
else.
say you go out with your boys and she got problem, but she got with homegirls. You cool with it? Type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, like would
What
you
if-
would you
What
let
if
that
she
slide?
what if she don't go out with her homegirls and she just be in the crib
Mhm.
and you coming into a relationship, you did that. You did those things. You went out with your homeboys. That's how y'all met because
Yeah.
y'all met at the function or whatever, or bar,
Yeah.
whatever the case may be. But she really doesn't go out. She doesn't play that scene a lot. Like, is that a deal breaker? Whereas though now y'all together, y'all 6 months in, and now all she wants you to be with her every weekend and not go out.
It's a from me talking about me personally. Like I'm a homebody. You guys know this. I don't really go out anywhere. Unless
we
it's
know.
like to a yeah, I know. Unless it's to like a
One of y'all to say that.
what happened?
I was waiting for one of y'all to say, "Yeah,
Yeah,
we know."
y'all know this. I'm a homebody. I don't like going out places. Like I'm just not. That's not whatever. I've done it, but it's not like a thing that I'm like every weekend. Like yo, we
Not
outside.
enough.
Like, that's not my type of vibe. But however, if my girl is a homebody as well, and she gets upset that like at a certain point or like any weekend, a random weekend, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna go out with the boys here. And I'm like, why are you upset? I'm with you I'm with you all the time. You know what I mean? I make time for you every weekend. It's just like a one weekend a month or even like one weekend every 2 months that I go out with my boys. I don't think that should be an issue. You know what I mean? Because if you were to ever tell me like, yo, I'm going out with my girls this one weekend, do your thing. Like I'm not, you know what I mean? Like I'm not gonna get upset at that. But
Yeah,
you shouldn't be, you know.
that's a deal breaker for me too. I think that's a
Yeah.
deal breaker because that just
I
means
agree.
that you assume that I'm gonna go out there and draw, which means
You don't trust me.
you think you don't trust me and
Yeah.
you think I don't have respect for you.
Exactly.
And I'm not cool with that because
Exactly.
I trust you enough that, and I would just assume that you respect me that if you go out with
Yeah.
your girls, you're not gonna wild out.
Yeah,
So I,
'Cause I'm not
I
gonna
have the
do it.
same
Yeah.
mindset when I go out. If I'm going out, if I go out, I'm not going out looking for anything. If I already have something,
Yeah, exactly.
now if I don't have anything, then it's open season. But you know what I'm saying. But if I got something, I'm chilling.
Yeah, I agree. Like and especially if we met in that sort of like atmosphere, you know, and like we both homebodies
Yeah.
and crazy.
Can we spin back around so I can get my 5? You kind of skipped me.
What happened?
You got more to
Oh.
add than the 5. Like, what's your 5 is
Yeah,
different from like everything
5?
we've talked about.
Yeah.
But I just want to give my own 5. Is that so wrong?
No, go ahead, coach.
Go ahead,
Go ahead,
man.
bro. Go ahead.
Dang.
He was waiting to say that for like 10 minutes.
I go. I'm piggyback off Caleb. Gotta be beautiful. I like a great smile. I like a great smile. That had me in the chokehold. You know, she got a pretty smile. Like we said, like, well, not everyone here is, you know, a social butterfly on the weekends, but I want someone who is, because I'm not really a homebody. I'm not saying I'll rip and run every weekend, you know, when I'm with somebody, but I'm really not a homebody. So I want to be able to her to come out too and have fun. Like, I don't want someone, like, opposites do attract sometimes, but that's just like, I want someone with my energy on that one.
Right.
I want to say, like, cook. Like, she got to be able to cook, because I usually date girls from different cultures. So I want to be able to have their food as well. Like, I didn't have black food all my life. Like, so, like, I don't mind cooking. Like, I don't mind cooking because I like to cook as well. But if she doesn't know how to cook or she doesn't like to cook, that's kind of a deal breaker for me.
If she doesn't know how to cook, but she's willing to learn, are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
All right. But if she's like, no, like, I'm not cooking.
Like,
yeah, eating out shit, getting tired and old. Telling you.
Yeah. I agree.
I would say dancing too. Gotta know how to dance. Gotta know how to dance.
Okay.
Fifth, I like
dance.
I like the
Dance
health.
I
like the wealth and health fitness thing. I like that.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, those are great 5. Honestly, the one that you said about, like, yeah, I would assume when it comes to like you being a homebody versus not, I would assume you would want somebody that's the same as you in that aspect. You know what I mean? Because you don't even want to deal with that kind of like, yo, why you keep going out every weekend and this and that, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you wouldn't want to deal with that as a in a relationship. So, like, yeah, I would assume in that aspect, opposites do attract, but you would want to be with somebody that has that same energy. In that, you know, in that way, that would like not mind going out with you whenever you do. But would you?
She's gotta be a social butterfly. Like, she can't just be around my guys or like in their girlfriends and their friends and just, you know, be in the show. Like,
no, yeah, I agree with that. Also, like, if I bring you around, I want you to be. Of course.
Ruben bring his girl. Like, I want them to be able to, you know,
to talk. Yeah.
All right. You know.
Let me go on girl dates and shit. Like,
If you like hit up my boys' girl and be like, yo, let's go out here. Like, I'm also cool with that too. You know what I mean? Like, engage with people that we're gonna be around for, especially if we last. Like, I'm gonna be around these people for my whole life. You know, God willing. So it's like, I would want you to be cool with them as well. How would you guys feel if a girl's like us 5? We're like the closest group. At least you guys are my closest friends that I have, because I have really like tight circle to begin with, and you guys are the only guys that I got talk to every day. How would you guys feel if a girl's like, oh, I don't like one of us, like I don't like you, I don't like him for whatever reason. Like, she probably, especially if she just met us.
yeah,
like, you know what I mean? Like, say Rory, say you bring a girl around and she's
like, my ex didn't like Rory, but it wasn't because like she just didn't like him.
Yeah.
It was because she wound up getting close with his ex.
Yeah.
So now it's like more of like that friend circle,
that loyalty tie.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right.
So, I mean,
every situation is different, right?
But I'm talking about in a situation like Jay, you bring a girl for the first time to meet us, and then right after the first day, she's like, oh, I don't like him.
That's tough.
That's tough, right? That's tough, right? Like I would have asked, like, yo, what's your legit like reason? Like, I need a legit reason why you don't like this person.
I mean, like in my opinion, though, like I think it doesn't matter. Like if
What do you mean? It doesn't
like
matter what you think. You mean?
what she would think. So like
Okay.
if she doesn't like, for example, say like my girl doesn't like one of you guys for whatever possible reason, like I'm still gonna hang out with you guys. Like that doesn't change anything. And
Right.
like, you know, she's around and you guys come around and like whoever she don't like is around, like something she just gonna have to deal with. Like she probably would never express it or show it, I would assume, right? But like like I don't know, like I don't think it's something that like
I mean, at that point, I feel like you should just act like it's your workforce. You know, you're going to work with someone who you don't like, but you still have to work with them. You still got to, associate. So
would you accommodate the other way too? Like if you're like,
absolutely,
man, I
100%,
don't really like
100%,
I don't really like that girl.
100%.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like it
And,
gotta go
I've
both
done, and
ways.
I've done it before.
usually we do that though.
And
Like,
I've done it before.
especially
So
when
like
especially when we
it's
mess up,
it's
they're
not
friends.
that hard. It's not that hard.
Right.
That's another. Yeah,
So
wait,
like
good to touch on that too, Jalen. Like if say we're having like internal arguments and her whole friend group knows about, like it's not even like I messed up, like because I'm not a guy that's gonna ever cheat on my girl. But it's like we're having internal arguments about something. And she goes tell her whole friend group, and now her whole friend group don't like me because it's like, bro, like this is stuff. This is between me and you right here. You know what I mean? Like we're
That's
disagreeing about
childish.
certain things.
yeah, well, I purposely
Childish
already
mind.
know, like going into a relationship that like whatever happens in our relationship is private. Like
Yeah.
we have arguments, like don't go to your sisters or
Yeah.
brothers and talk to them about it because you don't want their view to change about
Yeah,
about
exactly.
me or
Give you a one-minded opinion.
or
Yeah.
or they give you advice that you don't necessarily need. So like
But they're never gonna exactly. They're never gonna give you advice based on both perspectives because they're only hearing it from you. They're not gonna come to me and ask me like, "Yo, what happened?" and hear both sides of the story. So like, the advice is already flawed in a sense because they're
Bro,
only
that
hearing
happened.
your
That happened
perspective.
a lot in my last relationship, bro. Like my ex would go to her best friend or her friend or whatever you want to call it, and she would literally be like, "F him, da da da, f that nigga, do your own thing." Da, da, da. I'm like, bro, like she just negative as hell, like, and you
Yeah.
constantly do this. So I feel like, bro, I feel like shit should just stay in your relationship. Y'all should just talk it out. If you do go to somebody to talk to things about, I feel like it should be like somebody you know that's not going to
To be a
fucking
mediator.
give
It's like a
not,
neutral
mediator. Yeah,
person.
like a
Yeah.
mediator type shit. Like not going to give you like evil advice. They're going to just be there, like give you suggestions, like what you should do. Not
Or
freaking.
somebody that's dealt with that same sort of argument before with their relationship, and they like kind of worked it out. Like, yo, I would be okay with you be like, yo, how did you guys kind of work this argument out between you guys? Like, I would be okay with that. But
How you gonna talk to your friend and she can't keep a relationship? Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Is
she's
she a
single.
whore? Like,
Like she's single doing her own thing. Why are you gonna go talk to her about it? She's gonna be like, girl, leave him. Like, what? Like, you know what I'm saying? And what you think, bro?
You gotta ask the first question again because I'm getting lost. Y'all going in 8 different directions.
No, like that was a good question. What was, like the first question? The first question was, how would you feel if a girl tells you, after the first time meeting us, she doesn't like either one of us or like any of us?
Oh, bro. I mean, I dealt with that in the past. Yeah, I mean, what I did, I just never brought her around. I mean, that's just how it's gonna be. Like,
would you stay with her?
When I was at school? Yeah, when I was at school, when I had my girl, like,
what
she
about when
hated all my friends. She hated all of them. She was like, I don't like none of your friends. I was like, okay. So when I go out, when I'm with them, you're never coming around. And it's crazy because the complete opposite way, like, you know how you just said, like, we're all kind of social. I can vibe with her friends. I could go over, I could have went over to her spot anytime, even if she's there or not, and just cool and chilled out with her friends, make conversation, do all that. But we got lightning going on over here.
Yeah,
Crazy.
thunder going crazy right now.
Yeah, but I can mingle with her friends and be cool. Like, I don't feel any type of way about it. But I know the second that she comes around my friends, she's just gonna like Roy was saying, like how if I stepped out the room, she's gonna be on her phone silent. She's not gonna try and make any conversation with them.
Yeah.
She literally flat out told me, she's like, I don't like none of your
Like
friends. They be out here wilding. They do too much. I was like, I don't know what you expecting. Like, I'm friends with them. I act the same way as them. So if you don't like them, you probably don't like me.
You probably don't like me. Yeah, exactly.
So because we all do the same thing. So
yeah.
I didn't really. That's one thing I didn't really get. But I just, in my opinion, I just never brought her around. I was like, all right, you just never gonna be around then. So when I got shit going on, it's just you just not gonna be around.
What happened, Jalen?
Now I was gonna say, like, I like that, like, sense of humor and, you know, just great energy is big with me. Like you said, like I feel like we're all like pretty much sarcastic in our own little way.
In our own right, yeah.
Yeah, I want to be able to, you know, pull and tug with each other. That's big with me. You know?
Yeah, like if you want to like roast me, I'm cool. Like I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? Like, because I'm coming right back.
Yeah, you gotta be able to take a joke. You know
what I mean? Like, yeah, if you can't take a joke, bro, I can't be with somebody sensitive, bro. Like that's just like gonna take everything to heart. It's like, bro, then you're never gonna want to meet my family because they're all like me. Like my Jay knows, like my entire family, especially from my dad's side, they are me times 1,000. When they don't care, they will meet you for the first time and they will flame you. Like
I came the first, like not the first function, but I came like this was like I had a game and I came for like it was like a winter family function or whatever. I came from a game in my tracksuit. Yo, I forget what uncle said something, but he was like, "What are you wearing?"
it probably was Danny. It probably was Danny.
It might have been Danny. Like, why are you wearing this green tracksuit? And then Ken was like, "He just came from a game." Oh, like,
I didn't know what to think. Like, he coming up to me, he was like, and Jalen's right here. He was like, "Yo, what?" And he doesn't even look at Jalen. Like, what is this guy wearing right now?
Everyone else was dressed, you know, properly, you know.
Yeah.
And then I just came in
exactly. The first day, like Jalen had came around, like my Uncle Javi is like the funniest guy I've ever met in my life. Like he's just like top tier, like hilarious. He was roasting Jalen the entire time. Like they were just going back and forth, and Jalen goes back and forth with him. Like they just, and to me, I would want my partner to be the same. Like, bro, I've only ever brought one girl around my family ever. So, and this was, I haven't brought anybody since, and it's been 3 years. So it's like, and what I realized was sensitive in that aspect, you know. So it was just like, she would laugh it off, but I knew that deep down she was just like, what are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, and me, the more I got to know her, the more like there were certain things I couldn't really joke about because she would, and stuff that didn't even have to do with her. Like it was just others like jokes, bro. I'm watching Family Guy and I'm laughing at all the ridiculous remarks that they make, and then she's upset why I'm laughing at it. You know what I mean? Like, you know, like because it was hilarious. Like that's why. Like, so somebody that can't take a joke because I'm like that. Now, if it's something that I know you're insecure about, I wouldn't joke about that. Like if you're insecure about something, you tell me you're insecure about something, I'm not gonna joke about that. I don't want to touch that part. But if it's something, bro, if we're just joking, this is comedy, man. Like let's just like flow, bro. Just let it happen. You know what I mean? And talk back with me. I can take a joke as well. You know? That's also big. Yeah, that's a big thing for me. But
definitely got to be able to vibe around the family and the guys. Mm-hmm. That's what I learned. The guy
for sure. Because if you're my girl, I'm gonna want to bring you around. You know what I mean? Especially if you guys got girlfriends. You know what I mean? Or like talking. Like I would expect y'all to bring them around, and like we can all be a group and like just chill. You know what I mean? Like have a good time. But you know, there's times where like. But the thing is, I wouldn't bring a girl around you guys if I knew if I knew she was like that. Because one, I'm like, if she's too sensitive, one, it's probably not gonna last for a long time. So I wouldn't want her to put in that situation where she feels uncomfortable. You know what I mean? It's probably not gonna last anyway. So yeah, but like once you guys see me bring somebody around you guys, you probably know that it's like, you know, it's probably serious and like you guys can be yourself. You don't have to worry about like not offending anybody. You know what I mean? Because that's a big thing, bro. The way you guys know the way society is now, like you can't say 2 words without somebody.
Can't say a lot of shit.
Literally dot.
Yeah, can't get away with that.
Bro. Like it's insane. I mean, like, what is What is one thing that you guys in a female, not one like with you guys actually, one thing that you guys get out of the way? Maybe this is if it's too personal, let me know. But that you guys like let them know right off the bat, like this is like one thing that you have to get off your chest. I'm like, yo, this is something that I deal with, or this is something that I do. If you don't like it, then you might have to step. But like, what's one thing that you guys feel as though like is like that? I don't know if it's like
With me, I would probably say probably like celebrating holidays. Like, I don't celebrate holidays, so
okay, you're right.
that's probably I get that out of the way because a lot, especially like how we grow up now, like it's big, and it's not just because of the actual holiday. Most of the time, it's just because it's just just a generational thing.
Yeah.
So that's probably one.
Right, Ruben.
For me, it's that I actually have a lot of girlfriends. Like you guys know that. Like you guys know like all of my girlfriends too. Like not
he separated girl and friends, bro.
friends.
Like he said girlfriends.
Nah, you gotta make that clear. Nah,
I was like, wait, what?
nah, but like like I have to do my best to try to make like my actual girlfriend comfortable, but like I always acknowledge that like look, like these girls like that I've grown up with and that I see like on the regular, like these are my actual friends. Like I'm capable of maintaining friends that are girls. Like
Quick, real quick. That picture you got, in your fridge with Gabby, is that still up there?
yeah, Gabby and Joanne, they're both up there.
Okay. I was just asking because she was a little close. I know you're a good. I know you're nice and warm and all, but I had to just ask.
Rory, what about you, Rory?
No, not at all, man. Trust me. There's nothing
What about you, Rory?
Never was.
Yo, what's the question, yo? Because we keep going with a lot of fun questions.
This is the same. It's the same question. Like, what's one? It's the same question. What is one thing that you immediately like when you start getting to know somebody, you put it out there so they know this is something you either deal with or something in your personality that like if to other people may not be okay with it. Like, what is one thing that you do, or like is like
I don't know, bro. That's like me. I just be chilling. Like
I know. I don't know if it's something internally.
I ain't got a lot of picky things.
Right. What about you?
I don't know.
Shit. One thing I got out the way, I don't know. Yeah, like, I'm like with Roy. Like I don't know.
Chilling, bro. Like,
I don't.
Right.
If I feel like if it comes up, it comes up. Like one thing, I guess I don't do, especially one thing I don't do with girls. Like they'll try to like how we will try to like get a vibe and then see like you could tell if someone's acting some type of way. Like they'll try to get information out of you, basically try to get you to tell them what's going on or something like that. Like I'm one person. Like I'm not. I don't want to be asked to like share what I'm feeling at a certain moment. I just want to be able to just express.
You don't want to be interrogated, basically.
Yeah. They basically say, yo, like, like, well, what's up? Like, I see you in a bad mood. Like, you want to talk about? I'm just saying no 1,000% of the time. Like,
right.
If you ask me, I'm not telling you.
So when is a good time for her to ask you?
I feel like I need to feel like I can just tell you, just say it. You know what I mean?
You want to be the first one to address it.
Well, yeah, without you her even having to initiate it. I can just feel comfortable enough to just go.
Like she knows that you're like upset. She knows that you're like there's something going on. Like, would you be mad if she like says like, "Hey, like something's up. Like, do you want to talk about it?"
I'm just gonna say no. I'm cool. Like I'll when I'm ready, I got you. I'll let you know what's going on while I was feeling while I was feeling the way I was feeling. Like I already know. Like that's how people are gonna ask.
So are you one to just shut down? Like
shut down and
like you just like completely stop talking and like just like I don't want to speak to anybody right now.
Oh yeah.
That's how you are.
That's how I am. Yeah.
Okay.
If you don't hear from me for 10 hours, probably
something's going on.
I don't want to talk to nobody.
Right.
I'm not like that's not totally. I'm not against that, but if I understand my girl, she's something's troubling her, I'm gonna ask, like, what's
Yeah.
going on. If you don't want to talk about it right then and there, like, yeah, something is, but right
No,
now,
I'm saying like personally for
I'm
me,
okay with
like
that.
I don't like when people ask me to like express
I'm the same way.
things like
I'd
that.
rather tell you like a later date. You feel me?
Or would you be like, would you be upset like if you ask your girl if you know something going on with her, like, yo, like what's going on? She'd be like, and then she says nothing. Then I'm like, bro, don't lie to me, bro. Something's going on. You know what I
See,
mean?
look,
Don't.
that's another thing. I'm not gonna keep pressing the issue. I'm gonna ask you like a couple more times after that. And if you say like nothing or whatever, they're gonna tell you later on, bro. Like for instance,
Yeah,
some girls gonna be like, I'll tell you later.
I would prefer
Yeah,
that than you just tell me nothing, because clearly
Then you
something.
can bring it back up to them later.
Right.
Because maybe they don't want to talk about it right now. Like same thing I think like I said earlier, like when y'all having a heated conversation, like go back to it. You feel me? Some people don't want to talk to it right there, right then. They want to
Sure.
handle it later.
But
Just
that's what
tell
I'm
me
saying.
that though.
Don't tell me nothing, and then an hour later, you just blow up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, don't sit here and be like, oh, I'm fine. Like, clearly I know you. You my girl. Like, I know something's wrong with you. So if you don't want to speak about it at the moment, fine, cool. Let me know. But don't say nothing. And then an hour later, just start ranting. I'm like, bro, I asked you this an hour ago, and you said nothing was wrong with me. That's you know what I'm saying.
I ain't arguing with you on that. I mean, that's
Yeah.
how I would like me
Right.
personally. If someone asks me what's going on, and they say, "Yo, like I could tell you out of," I'm going to say nothing. Like I'm gonna be like, "It's all good." But if I
Yeah.
feel like I can tell you, I'm just gonna tell you. Like, yo,
Right.
like I'm feeling out of it, bro. Like I got this, and that going on. Like this shit weighing on me. Blah blah blah. This is going on. Like
Yeah.
I need to feel comfortable in that sense. But if I ask you and you say nothing, I'm just like, if you want to talk, I'm here. If you never want to tell me, that's cool too.
Exactly.
I'm not. I don't care. Like I don't take any offense to it. It is
I
what
hear
it
you.
is.
I hear you. I mean, like we said before, everybody's pretty much different in their own right. Like, but me personally, I would just prefer you to tell me, like, I'll tell you about it later, rather than you to say nothing. And then me be, because I have to take your word for it. Like, all right, you telling me nothing's going on, fine, nothing's going on. But at the same time, an hour, 2 hours go by, or even like a day goes by, and then you just start telling me, like, nah, yesterday this and that. I'm like, bro, but you said nothing was going on. Like, clearly
But
said
I
nothing was
mean,
going on.
if you're
You know?
with somebody and you could kind of tell their vibe is all based off of how they usually act, and
Yeah,
and they say nothing, that means, and they say nothing, then you kind of know that something
yeah,
is
I
going
know,
on.
but I would just prefer
Think
my.
about communication, and we're getting older.
Yeah.
Like, just
Yeah, bro.
tell me something's wrong. If you don't want to talk about it right then and there, okay, we can come back up, or it just don't have to come back at all. But
Yeah, we're adults, but at the same time, one thing I don't like in a relationship, I don't want you to, like, if it's something you want to talk about now, fine, but I don't want it to keep getting worse and worse and worse, and then come
yeah,
down later on down the road, and you just blow up because of something that you could have addressed when it happened. Like,
that's big because that happens. You just add
yeah,
more
it happens.
fire, and then 2 months later, something just blows up. You like, when I asked you this, you said nothing.
Yeah, but you
I didn't
remember
think
when
you
this
had a
happened? I'm
problem with
like, you remember when this happened? I'm like, well, you said it wasn't bothering you. Like, you said nothing was going on, and now 2 months later, now we're in a worse argument than what it would have been because of
Because it
this.
actually could have been something you could have fixed. Like, it could have been something like simple. Like, maybe she didn't like you being on some girl's likes or something like that, and she let it go. And then she's seen it, once a month. And then now he's like, but I'm like, but 2 months ago, you said, I could have fixed it. I could have been like, you know what, I don't like you no more.
I'm not even talking about something. If it's something like that, then I mean,
Yeah, it's two different.
I should be able to say that. You should be able to say that whenever you feel like saying it. I was thinking more of something like more internal and personal that you not really trying to share with somebody.
Agreed. I understand that as well.
If
I feel
it's
like
something like that, then I mean, shit.
Nah, if it's something like that, I want to know immediately, nigga. Like, tell me now.
Yeah,
well,
but
like if you like
if it's
liking some girls' pictures.
personal, like I'm cool.
Yeah, if it's something like you're dealing with your family, like, and you don't want to talk about it at the moment, fine. But even me looking out for you as your man, I'm gonna tell you, like, yo, just don't keep pushing that off though.
If
You
we're on
gotta
that
address.
level, you should be able to talk to me about that.
Yeah, like you gotta address it, man. Like if it's something going on in your personal life that
And
is affecting you right now, but then will end up affecting our relationship. That's something I gotta know, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just what it is.
And that's one thing I've started to really look for, like who I feel comfortable in terms of like looking for a girl. If I could feel comfortable like just sharing information like that to you, that's
Right.
it.
But that's big.
That's
Yeah.
big, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, because there's people that I've talked to that I've never felt comfortable like sharing stuff like that with because I already know how they're gonna react. They're not gonna give me the reaction, or they're just not gonna see what I see as important as I see.
Yeah, so you can't
Once
do
I
that
feel
with
that, and then I'm like, all right, cool. Like I'm never telling you anything.
Yeah.
It was from there. It's just,
Yeah.
that's the case. But
Another thing with me, like another thing with me, I don't know. I don't when it comes to like personal stuff like not personal, but when it comes to other stuff like this, like I go to church. You know what I mean? Like I go to church. I try to have my own relationship with God in that way, and I'm gonna let you know that. You know what I mean? Like that's something that I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you to. I would love for you to come to church with me. I would love for that. You know what I mean? That'd be great. Because having some sort of a sort of spiritual connection in that way is also for me personally. That's a big thing in that way. But if you're just like close minded into that, and like I'm explaining something to you based off of what I know and what I've learned and the Bible and all the things, and when it comes to certain stuff, and you're just like, I don't want to hear this. Now I'm like, okay, like you know what I mean? At least listen. You know what I mean? And if you don't agree, tell me you don't agree with it. But don't just be like, nah, I don't, anything that has to do with that, I don't want to deal
yeah,
with.
there's always a respectful way to go about it because at the end of the day, like if that's not what you want, I mean that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
So what if
Just be
she tells you
respectful
like,
about it.
When he tells you what? What happened?
now, what if she believes in the Big Bang Theory?
Then I'm just gonna be like, bro, are you good? Like, that is like, come on. All right, everyone has their beliefs, man, but just to believe this perfect world in a way was created based off of two rocks banging into each other. Like, let's be real here, bro. Come on, man. Like, I believe one thing, but if you were to like to talk to me about the theory of evolution, the whole Charles Darwin thing, I'd be more inclined to hear you. I'd be more inclined to hear that than you tell me, yeah, two rocks banged each other in space, and then now this is what it is now.
We came from Lucy, man. We came from Lucy.
We didn't though. Like we that's what I'm saying. Like that's to me, hey, you have your beliefs, bro. Honestly, me personally, I would want to hear why you think that. I would want to hear your logic. But I'm gonna be like, yeah, nah. Like
so for you, she just gotta have some type of relationship with the man above. Like at least like
in a spiritual sense. And have some sort of belief in something else. You know what I mean? Like don't anybody that's like an atheist to me is like a no-go. Like, you know, like like, oh, you don't believe in anything? Really? Now I'm just like, okay, well, there goes that. Because I'm not gonna sit here and explain this, you know what I mean? Like yeah, that's one thing for me. So and I know Jay, like you know, the reason you don't celebrate holidays is because of what you follow, what you believe, your religion and all that. So like that's why I kind of wanted, like that's what reminded me too of that as well. You know?
Yeah, so that all correlated.
That all correlates with that, you know, like it's just but it's crazy now. And I was having this conversation with somebody earlier today, and well, one of my coworkers, and we were saying, bro, nowadays, and he's 45 years old, so obviously he was in a different dating era than now, and he's married, you know, 20 years. So he tells me, he's like, yo, dating back then was the easiest thing like it was so easy, like as far as like getting to know somebody, committing to somebody, and being with them for a long time. Like the same thing with my parents. My parents met each other and they were married a few years later, you know, and they've been together 25 years. So dating now has been ruined, in my opinion, by social media. Like it's just like it's insane. The things like social media has brought everything down, and it's not just dating; it's ruined everything.
Yeah,
like it's just ruined. People aren't realistic anymore, and social media just isn't real. And people see something on social media, like one thing I would also get turned off about by a girl is if she's so obsessed with celebrity relationships. I'm like, do you think that that is real in any sort of way? And how would you possibly know that? You don't live with these people. You don't know these people personally. You know, like somebody's telling me like, oh, I got my goals are Lil Durk in India. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
Like,
Bro,
cool
you don't know
that.
how they are off the camera.
yeah, like the people being obsessed with Haley Bieber and Justin Bieber right now. To me, it's like, yo, what? Like you really? And they were like, oh my god, Justin looks so unhappy. How do you know how this man feels? Like, you don't. You're not in that relationship, man. Like, and like celebrity relationship in itself, it's just like a popularity contest. Honestly, you know what I mean? I don't believe any of those relationships aren't necessarily real in a way. It's like,
I mean,
bro,
like you said though, social media is ruining everything, and it
yeah,
ruins those relationships.
yeah, 100%,
They just
100%.
they could just be chilling, and
And
then
then something comes up with their
paparazzi
past.
following them around,
Yeah,
pictures coming
Kim and
up,
Kanye.
doing this, doing that. Like it's
yeah, like
just
the
too
whole Kim and
much.
Kanye thing, bro. Like, first off, Kim Kardashian, bro, you got famous off of something that happened prior.
Bro, I
So
told you like that was never going to work out. Like we all
you
knew
knew
that.
this though. Like certain
Yeah,
stuff
it
like
was
that, you
only a
just
matter
know.
of time with those two.
Yeah. Same
But
thing.
the
Like,
thing, but even
go
with
ahead.
that though, like once it happens, like then you got the paparazzi following around Kanye, like when he's trying to go see his kid. Like
Yeah,
that's just
bro.
weird to me. Like, come
People
on
outside his house
now.
at 3 a.m.
That's
Like
Like just
wild.
outside his crib.
dudes can't even live their lives.
People, like, come on, man. Same thing. Same thing. With I was talking about like the Pete Davidson thing, bro. This man has dated so many women in the industry. Do people think that any relationship he gets into is gonna last? They'd be like, "Yo, my God, he looks so good with this person. Awesome. I give it 2 weeks." Like, you know what I mean? It's just what it. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Anybody that holds themselves to that standard, like this is how I want to be, and this is how I want my relationship to look, to me is so flawed mentally. I can't even deal with that person. You know what I mean? Like, if you think a certain relationship they look physically cute together, okay, cool, whatever. But don't tell me he looks happy or he's unhappy. You don't know them, bro. Like, you don't
Yeah.
know them. You know, and I don't know how y'all. I know how y'all feel about it, but like Ruben, what you think about that?
I mean, I've never followed not one celebrity like relationship or marriage or any of that. So like I never found it interesting.
Mm.
But like, you know, it, I don't really care as much if like my girl were to follow it in a sense and just like it's weird. I don't know. It's like watching the Kardashians. Like you just know about these people's lives. It's just entertainment. So if they see it as if she sees it as entertainment, then like I guess. But
Sure.
like it's not a conversation I could have. So like that's
Yeah.
just one of the few things we're not gonna bond of. Like you want to talk to me about like Kim and Kanye or like the Beavers or whatever, Travis Scott and Kylie Jenner. Like it's not something like I really care about as much. But like, like I don't know, like I gotta try to be open minded, but it's just something that like I will personally never grasp. So like it's
Sure.
just not my thing.
Yeah. But like if she found it for entertainment, fine. Like you think it's entertaining, okay. I don't think it's entertaining because I don't
If she
necessarily
tried
care
to
too much.
base our relationship off of
Yeah.
it, that to me just never made sense because like their lifestyle is like it's a fairy tale, man. It's dreamland. Like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that
it
goes
will
all the
never
way
work
back to what we was
out.
talking about in the beginning, though. When y'all saying girls with unrealistic
Yeah.
expectations and for their guys,
Yeah.
like Roy said, like the John could be mid, but then she's saying, I need a guy that makes this much money. How do you think you're gonna get that dude if you're not on shit? You just doing what you just out here just running around the
Yeah.
streets doing bullshit, but you think you deserve a dude that's up here. I
Yeah.
don't know. That shit
Even
don't
like
add up.
that. Even like that, they say that. But like you if that's what you want, okay. But you gotta be around those people anyway to meet someone like that. Like you
Exactly.
can't
You
be
gotta put
around
yourself
me
in
and
that room.
expect a luxurious lifestyle. Like it's just what
Instagram
it is.
models are around famous people because that's what they want to get with.
Exactly.
Mids don't be around famous people. You ain't going.
Just what it is, bro. Like,
That's
and they gotta understand that. Like those high level, I'm not even gonna say high value, but high top 1% of men, whether it be professional athletes, rappers, or anything like that, they are around one sort of type of women, right? Like they're around that. Like they're never gonna be around this. What we like the on the term of what we see on a day to day. Even though we find these women beautiful, they'll never be around them. Like it just won't happen. Like a guy's gonna go after the one of those guys are gonna go after the Instagram model that has 1 million followers or whatever on Instagram. That's just what's gonna happen.
But that's
You're
why
never gonna get a chance at that type of
That's
guy.
that's why
that's
the
weird.
relationships never work, bro. Like that's why
Exactly.
they never find like true love or any of that. Like
Exactly.
and that's the actual like unfortunate thing about being like that famous or have that sort of status because like how do you know that any girl you possibly find is gonna like actually want you for you and not for your
Exactly.
status or money? So that's like a problem that I'm sure they all have. But like, you know, when you have that sort of like money and everything, like obviously you'll go for like that sort of like I don't even want to say ideal, but like that like typical, you know, girlfriend or wife in that Hollywood stage.
Yeah.
Like,
But
Because
that's
you
the
don't
thing.
want the public to look at that, like look at that, like say, oh, you're dating someone that don't really got, that's not really on your level per se in terms of money,
Financial.
because everyone's gonna say, oh yeah, she just with him because he make this, he do this, he
it
do
always
that, he
be
do
like
that.
that. There's just no way around it, right?
Yeah. So that's why they try to stay within their circle in terms
Yeah.
of that.
But those relationships never work at the end of the day.
No, they don't. Like
Nah.
they never do.
Like I don't know how a celebrity like an A-list, like a royal or whatever can actually like find like their true person. Like, you know, like
That's tough. That's tough.
this is probably outlandish too, and like probably something you guys don't follow. Like I don't follow it, but just because I know it. But like one of like the British royals married an American, but like that was like a setup date, like that the royal wanted this like American woman who's like not even like you know and known in that sense, and like they're kind of living like happy in like the States now and doing whatever they're doing.
Right.
So like that's like just a different scenario, but like you're telling me that like, you know, like people like someone like Travis Scott or Kanye West was actually happy the whole time. Like absolutely not. Like Kim Kardashian's Kanye West person, like hell no.
No.
Like Kylie Jenner is Travis's person, like no, like, you know, I don't that to me, like it just never mattered. That's why like if you follow that sort of relationship and like you're like, I want this to be like ideal, like that
It's
makes
not happening.
that makes no sense to me.
Yeah. What were you gonna
It's
say,
not
Jalen?
logical. It's never logical. So
No, I was just gonna say, like you said, going back to this age of dating and social media, it makes it even harder because you have those, you know, those girls who are very attractive that may not be on the upscale, but sometimes celebrities have access to those girls because of social media.
Mhm.
So now you're not only in competition with, you know, other men,
Us, like regular people.
our
Yeah.
bracket, but
Yeah.
now if
You're in competition with them.
Chris Brown likes this girl post, I'm done.
Oh yeah, it's over. Yeah, it's not happening.
And it's like that's all it takes now is just one leg.
Yeah.
And I'm flying her out and yada 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 yada.
Yeah.
So that also is hard now. Because I'm not even just talking about Chris Brown. You can go to the scale, you know, below Chris Brown. Like, you know, I don't know.
You could go to like a guy that's a 12th man on the end of the
Influencers.
bench of an NBA game, of an NBA team. That's
Right.
like never in the game, but he's just in the NBA.
Right.
That's something like, you know what I mean? They will get access to that as well. It's just what it is. Like, and it's at this point, it's just dating in this generation sometimes is very, very hard. You know what I mean? For a lot of people, and especially like a lot of guys, bro. Like guys,
Bro, it's
women-
only hard. It's only hard because females want fucking that celebrity lifestyle. Like, bro, because
They do.
females nowadays they follow like Ari, Jada, and they want to be like them so bad. So that's why I feel like dating so hard because they try to
But-
be something they're not, bro.
for the record, we're not speaking. Obviously, we're not generalizing every single woman because like there are some good women out there that don't care about that sort of lifestyle. There are a lot, and I know a lot of females like that they have their relationships with their man and then this and that, whatever. Even single girls that are doing their own thing, but they don't care enough about that. But we're talking about in the aspect of what we see in social media. We've seen it You know what I mean? Time and time again, where girls are like, "Oh, if a guy isn't bringing in this amount of money or has this level of status, we're not gonna like him." Like, and it's just that's that's like, and even guys too. Guys with they sort of in a way body shame a woman if she's not like a perfect Instagram model in a way. Like they just be like, "Oh, nah, she don't look like that. I don't want her." I was like, "Geez, dude, like you know what I mean? Like let's be real. You know what I mean? You're not in Ukraine on a yacht somewhere where you're gonna see this type of stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like not gonna
So
happen."
like I got a question for y'all. Do y'all
Yeah.
would you get mad like if a John you talking to like sees that you like an IG model's pic?
Would I get mad if she got mad?
Yeah.
Wait. Say that again.
Yeah.
I
All
understand
right.
what you're saying.
John hits you up. Like John, you've been talking to, he hits you up and say, "Oh yeah, I see you be liking yada yada yada's pictures on IG, basically like fucking whatever, like whatever
Yeah,
model,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? They got
Yeah.
like 500K to 1 million followers. You'll probably never see them in person, but the John getting mad that you liking their pics.
Right.
Would you feel some type of way about that?
If she addressed it to me,
yeah, she brought it up to you.
I don't think that's to me. I'll just be like, okay, it is sort of a lot of times it's insecurity because like a lot of times those girls maybe sometimes don't look like your girl and they be like, yo, she don't look like me. Why are you liking that?
Yeah,
And
that's what I
probably,
was trying to get to with the body shaming and all
They
that.
do be
Yeah.
saying that though. They do be saying that.
Yeah, I've heard that a lot from in other, especially in other relationships too, where guys like, yo, bro, my girl got mad that I was like, I'm like, girls are gonna be in that way. A lot of girls are gonna be insecure and be like, yo, like he's literally liking the opposite of what type of girl I am. You know what I mean? So like, does he even like me? That's like
Hey,
reasonings that I've heard before. So
saying, I ain't gonna say anything if a John like Justin Bieber pick. I'm just gonna be like, yo, you like Justin Bieber?
I'm not
Like,
either.
it.
You know, I'm not either.
I don't
But
know.
if she
That's
was to,
just so it's interesting.
But Justin Bieber's a lot different from like a Instagram.
would you okay? But would you be upset if like a guy like with 500, 600,000 followers who's jacked and in the gym and just work like? Would you be?
Honestly, I don't care.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I'm saying there's people I've met people that care. So I'm
Yeah,
saying
I
like,
have
what do
too,
y'all
I have
think
too.
about that? They
Yeah,
genuinely would care. Like this has actually happened to me before. Like someone I was talking to hit me up and said it screenshotted like the person's profile, like and said, "Yo, like why are you liking this person's pics?" I'm like, "Yo, they got fucking like 175,000 followers. Like they not worried about me. I guarantee you, they not worried about me." Like,
Bro, if we're at the beach and this dude just walks by who's freaking yoked, and my girl was like, "Yo, that man's jacked," I'm like, "Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is jacked. Like
He's coming up to you. You better run because I ain't."
Hey man, good for you, brother. Now there's a difference between like there's a difference between
I never cared about that either. Like
I'm
with Jay on this, bro. Like
he said, "Damn, like she got that body out. Yeah, it's over for us."
Oh yeah, no.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I don't understand that. I don't like that.
There is when it comes
I'm
to
with
that,
you on that, man.
when it comes to that, there is a definitely a double standard because like me, if you like some sort of guy like that, like obviously like if you're like now you're commenting and this and that, not like now it's just like, all right, bro, what are you doing? But if you're just liking a pic or like a reel of a guy who's just working out, it's like, all good for you, man. He's jacked. I'll like it too. You know what I mean? Like whatever. You know, I don't
That's
care.
all. Like social media, and like they'll turn that into like some big ass argument that never needed to happen. And this is just tying back to the fact that social media is just destroying everything.
In that aspect, what about if a girl addresses you liking a girl that maybe like follows you back, like a girl that you know, like, and you just like one of her pictures? You know what I mean? Yeah. What do you think about that?
That
she's like, yo, like, why
that depends on how well you know the girl.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. That's hard because
that is also circumstances that come up before.
What if
it's happened to me plenty of times.
What if your boy girl, post a picture from at the beach, with her ass out? Like, do you like that picture?
She can post it if I took it.
No, but it's like if one of your boys likes that
do?
picture, what do you?
Oh, if one of my boys like that?
Yeah.
Of like, It's
No,
like,
wait. One of your boys.
No,
take
like I'm saying, like you saying, like if one of your boy's girlfriends posts a picture like that and your boy likes it, like that's what you're saying, right?
Yeah, I'm saying, Ruben, your girl is at the beach. She posted a picture
Yeah.
with her ass out. Do I like that picture?
I don't care.
If we're following each other.
I don't
Oh,
care.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
It's
I've
like,
never
you
I've
know,
never been in that
like
situation though.
'cause
So I
you're
don't
saying
know.
my boys, so I'm like my boys, like the guys who I talk to all the time, the boys who respect me and I respect them. Like
Sure.
they're liking my
Yeah,
girl.
you just got
Like
that respect
it don't
factor.
mean like I'm
Yeah.
trying to smash Ruben's girl. Like that's not what's happening here.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
and plus at
I
the end of the day, like all the guys in the world can like those photos, but she's coming home to me. So like,
Facts.
agreed. Now
Let that
there's
book cook.
a
exactly.
agreed. There's a there's a difference between that. Yeah, of course. But like me personally, like I'm a guy that if I'm with a girl, I don't know. Like I think it's like maybe subconsciously, like I just don't for whatever reason just like girls pick. I just don't know why. Like when I'm with somebody, I just subconsciously just don't do it. It's not like I'm purposely going out of my way not to like pictures or whatever the case is. So like I've never really been in that position where girls like, yo, why are you liking this? Like, you know what I mean?
No,
I
I
just
haven't gotten in trouble.
I've definitely been in that position.
yeah, I don't know. I never have.
Especially
So like
Twitter.
what do you guys do? Like what do y'all
I
like what
just
do
tell
y'all
her
I
I'm a
just had to
grown
look
ass
it up.
man. I'm gonna do what I want. Like, I mean,
I wish I could have said that.
Yeah,
just
no,
do
you
what
definitely
you.
couldn't,
At the
bro.
end of the day, I'm gonna do what I want. So it's like you're not gonna tell me how to act on my phone.
Yo, my cousin said, this how it's gonna go. If you don't like it, you can get out.
Like I don't get it. Like
Yeah, yeah.
there's been times where girls have told me, yeah, you can't talk to her. I'm like, we were friends
So
before you even were even
we're in the
thought of.
picture. Yeah,
Yeah, so like I
yeah,
don't know
yeah,
what you're talking about. And
yeah.
then it was like, oh yeah, I heard this about her, heard that about her. I'm like, oh, that's cool. Like I don't like what does that have to do with me? Like I
Yeah,
don't want her, so I don't
right.
understand what you're talking about. Like
I feel
shit
like
like
if you
that
make
is
yeah, I
weird.
feel like if you make a conscious effort to reassure your girl, like, yo, ain't nobody else but you that I'm worried about. Like, and you consistently like reassure her, and you're going out of where you do to do this, and then she continues to bring that stuff up, like, yo, so like why are you liking this stuff? That's like in itself will end up being a problem. Because like either you can just be like, okay, I'll stop liking it, and then whatever. Or you can be like, well, I'm gonna continue to like it, and you're gonna continue to feel like this. So that's the only two ways it
It's
could
kind of
possibly
hard.
go.
I just think that shit either like whichever way it will that argument will go is just stupid as hell. Regardless, it should just never be an argument. Like, why should I stop? Like now, I have to subconsciously stop liking people's pictures on my phone. It's just it makes no sense. Just
Sure,
engage with the content. Like I don't know. It is what it
sure,
is.
yeah,
I shouldn't
yeah.
be. I shouldn't have to worry. I shouldn't have to worry about someone looking over my shoulder if I like a pic.
Yeah, no, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. Rory, you haven't spoken much about it. What's going on? What do you how you feel?
Listen, man, I don't give a fuck. Like, I don't. I just don't.
All right,
Bro, it's IG, bro. The app was invented just for posting pictures and liking them.
Exactly.
and to like pictures.
I'm
Like
saying
Like,
like
there's and but then that's where it goes. Like if you like a picture, fine. Like I'm not gonna get upset if you like a picture, but if you're like now you're starting replying to stories and commenting, and I'm not like okay, now you're like begging
see,
for
now you
attention.
wildin', you
yeah,
wildin'.
Yeah,
You
now
feel
that
me?
see
Like, you
that's doing
wildin'.
that
yeah,
now when we
that's doing too
start
much,
getting
right?
into that, that's a little bit
Yeah,
too
like
much. But if it's just a like,
yeah,
then
if you was to comment on something and your girl addressed that, now she has the right to address that, right?
oh yeah, oh
Right.
yeah,
So same thing, vice versa. You know, like
oh,
you like
yeah.
Michael
Now
B. Jordan's picture.
I can say this. I can
Okay,
say like, say, say, say you. It don't even gotta be like, say it's just like a regular girl from around the way, right? And you liking all her pictures at once. All right, it's a problem. Or she
yeah,
doing that to a regular nigga all around the way. It's a
right,
problem.
right.
You feel me? But if it's like a celebrity, bro, I
Yeah, if
really
it's a
don't give a fuck.
celebrity, bro, I don't care. Like
No,
I
yeah,
literally do not care if you're liking all the
yeah.
pictures and stuff. Like, bro, I awesome, like great, good for you. He not worried about you, and whatever. Like, but like you said, Rory, like if a girl like ends up following a guy and she ends up liking all his pics at once, and it's like, bro, okay, really? Like now you just want attention because obviously he's gonna see that. You know what I mean? And vice versa. Like if you a guy that just follow a girl and you just going bang, bang, bang all the way down her profile and just liking every pic, that's another thing. You know what I mean? Like I would assume a girl has the right to address that and vice versa. So yeah, I mean
Nah, yeah. I mean, if you're
that,
doing that, then you wild.
yeah,
Then you, I
that's what I
mean, you
mean. But
deserve to get called
if
out.
it's
But
like
if you just,
sporadically, like like you're going on your explore page and you like a girl pic and your girl addresses that, like I've never been in that situation, but you guys have. So like
the explore page be
have you
snitching.
stopped like in that situation? Like have you
And you
stopped
said
like
you have been in that situation because you don't do it, or
no,
they
I haven't
never.
been in that situation because when I'm with a girl, like even when I'm not, like I'll I'll like girls' pictures. You know what I mean? Like especially girls that I know. Like I'll like their pictures. But as far as like when I'm on my explore page, I'm not like scrolling down my explore page and just liking bang 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 bang. I'm not like so like if a girl was to see that, I'll just be like, well, that was before you. You know what I mean? Because when I'm with somebody and I'm talking to somebody, I like I said, I don't know if it's like subconsciously, like I don't go out of my way and be like, oh my god, I can't like this. Like I just don't for whatever reason. I just don't do it. Like I'm not like if you see my likes on Twitter, I'm not like there's not like just girls popping up on there left. Right. I just don't. You know, so I say I've never been in that situation with any girl that I've ever talked to or like the relationship I was in before. I've never been like, yo, why are you liking this? You know, like that. As far as like Instagram models and celebrities, but I have been in that situation when it comes to girls that I know like in my last relationship, she was like, "Yo, why you keep liking her pics?" I'm like, "Because I've known her for 12 years, so I don't think that should be an issue."
My
Right?
ex was like that. She was weird. Like she had like some, I don't know. She was insecure about a lot of shit. Like my best friend, she got a kid, and I'm the goddad to her kid. And then me and my best friend close as hell. She ain't like that. I'm like, bro, what?
Yeah,
That shit
It's just weird shit like that, bro. Some girls just be insecure. That's all. A lot of people be insecure. I'm not even gonna say girls.
how y'all
that's
feel about
facts.
how do y'all feel about if a girl like you with a girl and even if you're talking to her or like you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend and she was to tell you, "Oh, I'm hanging out with this guy," and it's just like
Nah,
a guy, another guy,
shit
like
dead.
just
Shit
them.
dead. Shit dead.
Rory, you
But you
think
said, wait, you said,
like she tells you like one of her friends that she's known before you or whatever the case, like, just a friend, like one of her friends, straight male, so not not a gay guy, but like straight male, and she tells you that oh I'm hanging out with him, like I'm just gonna spend a day
let's
with
like,
him.
I don't know. It depends on what type of level because like even I probably wouldn't even do that. Like for instance, I got a best friend and she's with somebody.
Right.
So I mean, I just wouldn't say like, let's go to the outlets and let's go to dinner and all that. I wouldn't do
Yeah,
that with her
right.
because I still like, even though she has she has
Yeah,
a boyfriend. I know I'm cool with him
yeah,
as well. So it would just be weird.
yeah. It is weird,
It would
100%.
be weird. And
Yeah,
I've known her for like 10 plus years. Like we
yeah,
have that type of relationship.
yeah. It is weird.
So even
It, it,
still,
that in that situation too, like I think that situation would be even more weird if like she was to be like you'd be like, yo, let's just go to dinner. And like her dude is like, bro, like you my man, so it's like hanging out with my girl just by yourselves.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
nah,
Like
nah.
that's strange. Like
that's
like
kind of
if
that's
y'all
kind of
that's
Nah,
weird, bro. And even
it's
like
not
that,
happening.
even like that, if it's a friend that you guys have, like because this is like being normalized for whatever reason, like girls are just like, you know, I'm gonna hang out with my friend today, and then it's just them two like all day hanging out, and then she just doesn't text you, and she just like disappeared. Like, come on, that's strange to me. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
at some point that goes beyond insecurity, bro. That's not insecurity. That's just like, yo, out of respect for me, because I would never do that to you. You know, I would never just be like just hang out with another girl while I'm in a relationship with you and just like, oh yeah, no, I'm hanging out with her. I'll text you when I get back. What? You know, that's me. That's a little strange.
Yeah,
Especially
the only way that I would do that is if it's like a group of people. Like if
sure
it's a
that's
group of
that's
people and I'm
different.
just in that group of people, ended up
Yeah,
happening to go along, then I'm just in that group.
that's
But one
different.
on
But
one
like
is crazy to me.
if she's
Yeah,
in
one on one.
town, like let's say she came to town for some whatever reason, and I'm here, and then she came out of Dallas, yeah, sure, let's go grab some lunch or something like that. I don't think
Sure,
that's crazy, but like,
sure, sure. I guess I think maybe that situation is a little different, but like Like if she just like went on vacation, like you guys happen to be in the same area, and be like, yo, let's
Yeah.
just like let's meet up for lunch, like I'll
Yeah.
whatever. Cool, all right, I guess. But I'm saying like you guys
Like,
planning the day to just go
Yeah.
out with each other. That's just strange to me, bro.
yeah.
Especially if it's my man's girl. Like that's bro. If my man's girl, like, if my man was like, yo, I'm hanging out with your girl today, like what?
Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy.
Like what are you talking about? Like no, you're not. Like
No, you're
like
not.
am I invited? Because like I'm coming anyway. Like yeah, no, that's strange to me. Rory, how you feel about that?
I already told you.
Oh, it's dead.
Shit
Yeah.
dead, bro.
Nah, and you know what's funny? Like I actually had some type of situation like that where I'm at a volleyball tournament, right? And I feel like my ex did this to like try to like get a reaction out of me, so I didn't react on purpose. I'm at a volleyball tournament, like an hour away from school. Mind you, that shit all day. And then she went out to eat with some bull. I didn't even know the dude. She was like, yeah, I'm about to go out to lunch with this dude. I was like, okay, like what the hell? Like, I'm at a volleyball tournament, like I can't do anything about this right now. So like if that's
Oh,
what you want to
she
do.
wasn't with you. She was
Yeah,
like
no,
just
no,
texted
no.
you this.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
Like I'm like, if this is what you want to do, go ahead. Like I'm
right.
not stopping you. I'm not gonna say you can't go. Go ahead. And then from there, I'm at the tournament, obviously, so I'm not texting her back. I'm playing, doing this and doing that. And then she started texting me. I see my phone later in the day, and she's like, "Oh yeah, had a great time. He paid. He did this. He did that." I was like, "Oh, okay, that's cool. Like, why are
But,
you? I don't care. Why are you telling
yeah,
me
like
this?
why?
Like,
Yeah.
what do you want me to do right now?
Now I
Like,
feel
I
like she's
don't."
trying to get a reaction out of you for sure. Like she's trying
Exactly.
to see what
I'm
you're gonna
like,
say.
you're not gonna get a reaction out of me. I'm
See, I think
good.
it's different. Like when, like, let's say, like for instance, person's in a person's in like a sorority,
Okay.
and then like like she's close with her line brothers. Is it a difference there? Because I've
Is it
had
like
that
I've
happen.
never
Like,
been in that situation, so I
yeah, I've
I've
don't
never
never
been
had
in
know
that
what
like
either.
to say
she would
about
go
that.
out. She would go out with, like, to maybe like lunch or something like that with her line brother.
Line brother, like one brother.
Line brother.
Oh, like brother. Okay, with like singular. Uh, yeah, I've never been in that situation. I don't know if it's like a secret cult that they got going on there and that they have to hang out. I don't know what's going on. I've never been
Yeah,
in that position before.
I don't know.
So,
Like, I don't know what to
But
say
I
about
didn't
that.
care. Like I didn't care. Like
did you know Bull or no?
no, I
You
don't know.
never met him before? No. Yeah, I don't know. That's a strange. I think all in that, it's just a weird situation to go on with anyway. As far as like just hanging
That
out
shit
with
is
them.
weird. That shit is weird though, because I even feel like if you don't like know the other person in the situation, you almost feel like no like attachment to it. You just kind of like, fuck it, I'll do it. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
in a way, like
if
yeah,
a
I
John
think
asks
this is
you,
like some
if a
different
John
type of
asks you out to
relationship that
lunch,
they have
but you
with each
don't know
other.
her
I don't know.
man, like, do you really feel the same type of way if you don't know her man? Like, if you went, like, you just like, I'm just here chilling.
Let me say that again. I ain't hear you. My bad.
Like, if the John asks you out, like, just say, yeah, let's go here real quick. If you know she got a man, but you don't know his man, you don't know her man. Do you
oh,
feel some type of way going?
I don't know. It all depends on to me. Like you talking about like if I'm single,
Right.
right? It all depends on like prior engagements with like with the with that person. Like to me, if I know we've like kind of flirted before and this and that, whatever. Now you asking me to just go out and like your man's ain't coming. Now I'm gonna just be like, all right, what are you trying to get at? What are you trying to get at? Like, do you just want to chill with me or what's the case? Like me, if I don't know the guy, to me it still is like, bro, I wouldn't want to be in this position with my girl. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I out of respect for their relationship, I wouldn't do it.
I
So
respect.
you know what I mean? Because it's
I think
I'm
maybe it's
thinking
just
about
some
the
type
other
of
way, huh?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
I'm thinking about
maybe. Go
yeah.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
My fault. Go ahead, bro.
Nah, bro. Go. You go.
I'm saying like I'm saying it's out of respect for even though I don't know him, I respect for their relationship. I would never I would want to put myself in that situation because me thinking about it as him, I'm like, yo, what if my girl is hitting up another guy that I don't know and just be like, yo, let's go here. I'm gonna be upset about that. So I have respect for that. Yeah. What's up? Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, I think it's just some different type of, like, relationship they be having. I never really liked this, like, the whole, I'm not Greek. I never went into that world, but it just seems just different. It just seems different to me.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? That's what the sorority shit.
Like Greek, like how the things that they be doing, acting, like how they, operate. It's just different.
Yeah, I'm cool off
So
that.
that's why I was saying, like, it's just, I guess it's normal for them to just do that. I don't know.
It maybe it is, but the thing is, I know like other like girls that are in sororities, and they say the same. Like they'll hang out with one of their line brothers, like just regularly. You know what I mean? But I don't know if it's like something like they have to do, or it's like normalized in that kind of culture, like what they do. I don't know, and I haven't bothered to ask because I don't care enough. So
There's just too many uncomfortable stereotypes in that culture to like ever like sit right with me.
Yeah. And it's funny because like
but like I'm sure there's like normal stuff going on, but like it's just the stereotypes is just too much.
Yeah,
it's just how it is. Like it's gets to you. Like you'll never be fully comfortable. You can put on the fake face for sure, because like you want to like your girl wants to like go out and like eat lunch with like the lead brother or whatever, like like fine, like you got respect
the lead brother.
Like that's the shit that they do, but like naturally, and I know myself at least inside in that culture, like it could never sit right with me, but like I'd have to respect it because I'm not gonna like just be like, oh no, like you can't do that. Like
I can't.
Exactly, you can't. Like that was your life before me, and that's a part of you. Like, what am I gonna do? Take that away? Like I could not.
But, see, with me, yeah, I don't say I can't. You can't do anything anyway. Like you're your own person. I'm gonna let you know how I feel about it. But if you go on to do, you know what I mean, like disrespect me, then that's something. But I'm not gonna be like, no, you can't do this.
Well, it depends. Is it like really disrespecting you if you're just getting lunch? Like if it's just like a casual, normal interaction, but like you actually don't know what goes on behind closed doors. But that doesn't mean it's always the case, though.
But that's when the trust and respect factor comes into play. Like you gotta
that's why like mine wasn't such a big deal because I didn't really care. Like I trusted her, So
then you had nothing to ever worry about. So like that's why you were fine. So like,
of course, but the thing is, I trust
stories or
yeah,
stuff like
that's what I'm saying. If I trust my girl, it's not about like what my girl. It's not about my girl. I trust my girl. However, if I don't, it's the guy that I'm like, yo, like I know how men be thinking.
Yeah, you know I've been there.
I don't know that guy.
No, I get it.
I don't know what he thinking. You know what I'm saying?
But it don't matter because at the end of the day, like especially with the guy can't do anything unless the girl let him.
Girls are good at rejecting guys. Guys do not handle rejection well. That's just what it is. It's just how it is. Like especially like if I don't know, like if you tell me like yo, when we start talking and you like yo, I got this friend that I've known for a long time, and sometimes we'll go get lunch together or whatever. I'm like, all right, especially if I meet him, I'm gonna be like, okay, like you know what I mean, like I have to respect that. That's you've done that. You've known him way longer than you've known me. But if you meet somebody during our relationship, I'm not going to be okay with you just having lunch.
Is different. Anything before it's like, all right, you just got respect.
Yeah, agreed.
But after, like, then that's a different story. It's like, right, I gotta know this person.
Agreed, 100%.
Even though I still wouldn't like it, like I gotta know you. Like, who are you?
That Mark episode. He said, "You gonna shop with who?" Nah, I'm your best friend.
But anything before, I mean, like, same thing with like me, same thing with you guys. Like, if you guys want to go get lunch with like one of your old close friends that you've known forever, like there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree, but like you're not gonna meet somebody during a relationship and be like, oh yeah, that guy I met last week, I'm getting lunch with him.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Go ahead. Yeah. But that's facts though, because it's like even in the episode, he was just like, why he spend all this time with my girl, this and that. Like I know men. I need to figure out what's his intentions first, and then we can move forward. Then we can go ahead. Until then, we got this. It's shut
Nah.
down.
Negative. Yeah, bro, because like my problem ain't with you.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about him. I'm thinking about that. You know what I'm
I
saying?
think like a lot of problems is like some like at least in I think girls like refuse to try to acknowledge and understand that like guys do like know guys best. Like we know like guy intentions. Like we've all been there too. Like let's
Just
be
like they
real.
say, the girls know girls best. We know how men
Hey,
think,
man,
bro.
Cook.
Yeah, so like they'll get upset like when we say something that like probably isn't like doesn't sit right with them, but like they don't understand that like
I,
what usually guys' intentions are, but like
bro, perfect
Yeah.
example. I send Jay. I should have sent it in our. I don't know if I sent it in our chat or not, but I sent Jay this Instagram skit, and it was like how a guy be talking to a girl after she had just got out of a relationship, and then she telling him like, "See, not like you should have talked to me first. Like I know how to do this. It's like, and that's your man's. Like that's your dude. Like sometimes dudes be sneaky like that and be like, see, like, I know how he was. Like, you know what I mean? He's always been like that. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta mess with somebody real, and they start pointing at themselves. Like, come on, bro.
You
Like,
would
you know
you
what I'm saying?
would you talk to would you talk to somebody that your boy talked to?
What?
I'm
Like,
asking.
like how did they
How
talk?
how 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 deep? Like, did they get? Like, and how long ago?
They dated for 6 months.
No, definitely
dating.
not. No chance. No
Okay.
chance. No
No,
way.
I was wondering because like people ask like that. A lot of people ask that question, and like, and I've seen it where like girls will literally date guys in the same friend group, and
Friend
I
group. Yeah,
just
no,
always wondered like, how do you
crazy.
That's
even?
wild.
How is this even possible right now?
I've seen that.
I
I've seen
don't
that
know.
before.
I don't understand. I feel like if one of y'all were to date a girl, off limits forever. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
Yeah, no, of
matter what.
course,
absolutely.
Like
of
forever.
course. Like, what if
Doesn't
what
matter
if y'all
how it
what if y'all
ends,
like
what
just chill with this
happens.
girl once?
Hmm?
Like, what if y'all just like chill with this girl once? Like y'all just went out like, and it's nothing ever happened. What is that?
Yeah, that's a little. I mean,
But it's still, to me, it's still a little odd, you
Nah,
know? Because
if that was the case, then like you just
But
ask
but
guys,
sure,
like,
yeah,
what happened? Like,
yeah.
are you cool with it?
Are you cool with that?
Were
Yeah,
you interested? Nah, that's just like all respect at the end of the day. But like
yeah,
dating, bro, like absolutely not. Like
yeah.
your
Like if
child.
you just chill with a joint, if you chill with somebody once and you didn't chill with them again, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I don't even know if I had to
yeah,
ask because
yeah,
if you're not chilling with them again, that probably means you weren't not fucking with them.
yeah.
So
Jay, what were you gonna say?
nah, it's just
Yeah, no. So yeah, that's a big thing too, because I've seen that on both sides, that a girl will like be with somebody for an extended amount of time, and we know girls that have done that. Like, we all know girls that have done that, and they'll be with somebody for an extended amount of time, and then break up. A couple months later, they're with another guy who was friends with their ex, and then they're just like, either they're okay with it or they're
that,
just sneaky.
that I got the wrong friend. I'm finna get the right one.
That's insane to me though. Like, that's crazy in my head. Like, bro, what did they do? And jeez, I can't even think about that. It's insanity to me. You know, but like
That hurt.
it's being normalized though, bro. You know, it's crazy. It's being normalized in this day and age. Like, everything's being normalized now. Like, this was like, oh no, like don't let your ex, even though he was friends, like, stop your happiness from getting with what? What
I
are you
mean,
talking?
but this is the word we've been saying all day is just respect. Like I don't
Yeah,
mean you just don't have respect for that person. Then if you're willing
yeah,
to date someone that they legitimately dated, you don't
exactly.
got.
Because then I'm gonna think like, yo, what if when you was around, like, you was looking at them that way? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's strange, strange. Roy, you haven't said anything. What do you think?
That dude about to fall over. That's what he's.
Chill, bro.
That didn't answer my
Nah, I don't know
question.
what y'all talking about. I had to go do something. That's why I asked. What y'all talking about?
Awesome, awesome. Uh, we were saying that, how would you feel about your man's dating your girl, your ex girl?
But that's law though. Like, why are you not supposed to touch your man's ex? Law.
Bro, but but that's what I'm saying though.
It's the
You saying
real
it's
rule.
law. You saying it's law, but I've been around people who don't see it as law. So
Don't see
like,
that exactly. Same.
I'm like, yo, like, I don't. That's weird.
Yeah,
You
that's
gotta
weird.
start looking at
They don't.
your boys.
Yeah, no, and if
Well, I
you
mean, I
do,
don't
if
date nobody,
I'm not
so
saying you, but like if my mans do that, you ain't my boy no more, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not chilling with you ever again. You think I want to chill with y'all after I dated her? You know what? Like, come on, bro. Really?
yeah, I
That
just
doesn't
think
make any
that would
sense.
forever be weird.
100%. I can never look at you the same. Like, Jalen, why you laughing?
Yo, boy, it's funny, man.
Yeah, that's what it is, bro. I don't know, man. Like, it's this whole thing is weird now, man. It's crazy. That's crazy. But it's funny though because we've had,
live this, man.
huh?
You lived through this.
Yeah. I that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Huh?
I feel
Wait, what
it,
happened?
bro.
Yeah. What the reason why he's laughing is because like it's happened to me before. So like he knows. Cause I was trying to make it as unbiased as possible, but that was kind of hard to do. Yeah, no, I dated a girl a while back for a while, and then a guy who I considered a close friend of mine ended up, you know, trying her immediately after, and I'm talking about when I say immediately, I'm talking about like a
Hey.
week after, like a week after, and mind you, we never got to the point where like it was with my first relationship because we were dating, but we dated for an extended amount of time, and I would bring her around him, and he was weird. I kind of got flags early on, because like we're all funny guys, right? But you're making my girls laugh a little too much, brother. You know what I mean? I'm like a little like it's like he was like purposely going out of way. And mind you, he was one of those guys that like when he get around females, he start acting different. He's one of those guys. And
We
he'll
hate
start
those
like
guys.
he start like saying stuff to me that he normally never would say. And I'm like, okay, bro, you acting brand, like stop being weird. Like you know what I mean? Like just start like degrading me in a way. I'm like, bro, who are you, bro? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he'll start calling me out my name in front of her. Yeah, and I'm like, nah. So I started getting flagged early on, and then when we stopped, talking, a week later, she told me, she was like, so your friend hit me up, and I was like, okay. Well, I addressed it obviously, and he was like, nah, bro, like I was drunk. Okay, oh, that's it. Like that's it. That's it. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that was why I brought it up in a way because it's happened. So you know,
Can't
anything
trust
else,
no
guys?
one, man.
Huh?
Can't trust no one.
You can trust
That,
trust us.
that happened to me too before, though.
Has it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And what happened? What'd you do?
Well, what, did I do anything? I just cut bull off. It was just like,
Okay. Or yeah,
no
yeah,
need, no need, no need to continue this.
yeah. There's no need
Because
at
it's
all.
like while I was with my girl, and you were with me, like you was looking at you was,
Yeah, you was looking at her that way.
yeah, I was.
Yeah, yeah. That's what's strange to me. You know what I mean? Like us. I could never ever see any of you guys doing anything like that ever. You know what I mean? Like I could never do that because me personally, like I would never believe it. Like if I was to find something out like that, I would laugh because I would think it was comedy. Because like me personally, I would be like, "Yo, you're joking with me." Like they would never do something like that. But then, you know, I just couldn't see it. So that's why, like, when you talk about like how close of separation do you got to be with somebody in order to for something like that to happen? Like, if it's just like a guy that that you don't really hang out with, but you know him, like if you see each other, you dap each other like, "What's good, bro?" And is that still off limits too, or what?
Nah, if we're not associates by any means, like it doesn't matter.
Right, Ruben, what do you think?
I agree.
I agree.
And
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with y'all. I'm with y'all.
Yeah, because like if it's like close friends, that's one thing. But if it's like I see you every once in a while, like I don't really like
Yeah,
talk to
I
you
know
outside
of you.
Yeah, I know of you.
I to this boy at the gym, and and we just keep on, it's whatever.
Yeah,
Free
yeah.
game.
Then it's fair game at that point, right? Okay, just making
For
sure
sure,
because
open
guys be like,
season.
"Yo, what's up, bro? Like I see you at the gym every 6 days." It's like, bro, really? Like I don't really know you like that. I don't know anything about you besides that you lift. So yeah, I get you. But yeah, don't forget to follow the don't forget to follow the Instagram, the Twitter, the TikTok. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and push this channel out to however many people you can. But
Yes, sir.
thank you guys for tuning in and